What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast. This is episode 330 for the week of March 10th, 2024. The title of this week's episode is HCS Arlington 2024 Preview. My name is Josh, a.k.a. JK Fire, and this week I'm joined by the man with the non-blurry cam, Will, a.k.a. I am Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you doing on this Wednesday afternoon?
I'm doing fine. Like you said, non-blurry cam today. It's because the video broadcast is being a bitch, causing technical issues on my PC. So we said goodbye, and you can see my room now.
There you go. See, not now that I see the frame, I noticed that that's the bed, Will. Like when I said earlier, I swear to God, it looked like you had a love sack beanie, like beanbag chair behind you. That's what I thought it was.
Well, what I did for the show is throw my laundry on the bed and cover it with the blanket so it looked like, you know, a beanie.
Yeah, it looked like a beanbag
Chair behind me. But, you know, I moved the laundry because the camera was unblurred, and now we're here.
Thanks a lot. NVIDIA broadcast. Thanks a lot. Technical difficulties. It's wonderful. Everybody that's tuning in live, welcome to the live show. We have a big one for you this week because it is our HCS Arlington 2024 preview. We'll break down what to expect at the event. We'll give you our predictions, which will probably be wrong, but that's the fun of it all. And we have a special announcement, as a matter of fact, that is going to kick off the topic. So stay tuned for that. Juan says, "Oh, Josh, I like your jacket." So I contemplated what I was going to wear on the show because we're not biased towards any organization. Like, even though we love SSG's merch and like all that stuff, we primarily follow players, right? Like that's what we like to do. And the reason why I'm wearing this Optic jacket is because it is at their home technically. And I'm like, why not just wear that? Because it is the Arlington major, but that's besides the point. If I didn't wear this one, it would have been the Tenrai jacket, because I have like you could have a custom patch that came along with it. And I put like HCS Pro Talk. So there's a custom HCS Pro Talk patch on it. I was going to wear that instead, but what is what it is. So yeah, welcome everybody to the live show. Hope everyone's having a great fucking night. To anybody that's tuning into the audio version of the show on your favorite podcast service or the VOD over on YouTube, hope you're having a great time as well. We got a lot to talk about, Will. So I already said what we're going to do on this episode. I'm sorry I didn't even let you ask that question. So without further...
I don't think it needs to be asked this time.
You're right.
There's one thing to talk about, Josh, and it's freaking Arlington, all right?
Well, there's a lot to talk about other than Arlington. We'll get to that in a minute, but you're right. That is the main focus of the show, as obvious, because Arlington is literally less than 48 hours away by the time of recording this episode, which is pretty fucking exciting. So, before we get into it, Roster with the 6-month resub, you get a woo! Thank you so much for the resub. Thug, I hope you're enjoying your drinks, and yeah, just enjoy the show. It's going to be a fun time. So without further ado, let's get into some competitive news. First up, something not so great. Europa Halo ceases operations on their 7th anniversary. This is by Europa Halo, and here is the statement that they provided. As of today, on the 7th anniversary of Europa Halo, we can announce the ceasing of all activities at Europa Halo. Platforms of Europa Halo will start to shut down from today onwards, and official lines of contact to reach us will be limited. We wish to thank all the players, supporters, and amazing staff we have had over the last 7 years. Our recent LAN event at Blackpool to support European Halo was for sure the main highlight. A lot of the team has agreed it is time to end this chapter in the Halo ecosystem, and we wish to thank everyone who supported us along the way. Any questions or queries to Europa Halo can be directed to individuals in the team, and if you don't get a response from official channels. Thanks from Kalen at Europa Halo. This really sucked to see, because it was right off the heels of Blackpool, which was a monumental success from everything that we saw. And it sounded like the players and the attendees had a great fucking time as well. I mean, you think about this, Will, like that Blackpool event, it's not the reason why it happened by any means necessary, but Bound did go there to talk to Legend. So like Bound did travel there to go to the Blackpool event and did talk to Legend before everything transpired. So like, pretty cool.
Yeah. Provided an opportunity for what we now have, Legend on SSG.
Yep.
And I mean, if I'm a player, right, and someone flies across the pond to come recruit, I'm a little more inclined to listen to what they have to say, right? Like, that's just, it's incredible that event went on, that the opportunities were made, and it's unfortunate that we might not see it in the future.
Absolutely. But Holt, I will in a minute. Don't worry. So again, this really sucks. I didn't see this one coming at all. And the one thing I'm going to say in regards to this is that we've heard a lot of complaints about what the grassroots program was kind of meant to be versus what it is. And I know that some of these decisions that were made were because of the lack of assistance via the grassroots program. And how the fuck else do I put this? I want more. Obviously, I wanted more for Europa Halo, but I want more for everyone involved in the grassroots program, in the scene as a whole. For those who've been with us for a long time, like we make the joke that we've been around forever, but like we've literally been here for over 6 years. And for those who remember, after the last Worlds of Halo 5, what happened? The community happened. The community always happened. Whether it was Money Tuesdays from LVT, Tools, I see you're here, welcome back. Like, whether it was GT Halo lands that would take place throughout the year. Whether it be Europa Halo Summer Series and Spring Series that would take place throughout the year. Halo Rec League events. SWAT Nation events. AU Halo events. The community carried the scene on its back. And it was one of the pillars, and still remains one of the pillars of this show, is the community. And seeing the Europa Halo statement when that went live, I just want more. I want more support for everybody that's trying to do something for this scene. That's what I want. Because then, like, if that would happen, then maybe we don't have this situation. Like, they literally just finished putting on the best event they've ever done. And it's like the only promotion that they got were a fucking tweet. And drops. So, I'm sorry to see you guys go. To everybody that helped with Europa Halo, to everybody that was part of Europa Halo, for everybody that competed in Europa Halo events throughout the years, thank you. And to everybody that was involved via staff, operations, whatever it may be, hope you guys have a great future as well with whatever you decide to do. And I hope we don't see this happen again, even though it more than likely will. With that, I said I would press the button. I'm going to press the button. Danny Phantom. Welcome back, Danny. That was for you. All right. Have a safe flight, Thug. I don't know if you're going to hear this or see this, but have a safe flight. Wishing you the best. Enjoy Arlington. Have a drink on me. Except you're going to pay for it, not me. So enjoy. Season 11 signups are open. This is by Halo Rec League. Reminder that our signups are currently open. Season 11 signups are now live for the Halo Rec League. Check out the Discord for signup information and how to get started with them. So if you go to the tweet that is in the Google Doc of the show, it's the show. The Discord, I believe, is linked in the subsequent tweet. So make sure to go check that out as well.
I am ready to get my butt kicked.
Fucking Will's getting in there. That means everybody else should be as well. Get your ass in there. Now we talk about how we're not biased towards like organizations within the scene. Like we follow players, we enjoy the competition. One of the things that we do love that Space Station does and did last year that they also did for this year, leading up to their major, is they asked for feedback well in advance of the event. Well, Quadrant's following suit because Cam Royal over on Twitter is looking for feedback ahead of the London major. And he asks, how do we make the Quadrant HCS EU major the best? What would you like to see and do there? So if you are planning on attending London, make sure to reply to Cam in his tweet. Tell him what you want to see. Tell him what you want at the London major. And hopefully they can make it happen. And again, I want to give a massive shout out to Cam, just like we did for Space Station, on looking for this feedback ahead of time. Because guess what? This is the second time this has ever happened. Like, besides the 2 times that Space Station, this is the second organization that's ever done this. Look for feedback ahead of it. Should tell you something. Zig with the primer, 19-month resub. You get a woo! Thank you so much, Zig. Greatly appreciated. Nikki, welcome to the live show. And Chronic Spartan, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show as well. John, I missed you. 10-month resub. You get a woo! Thank you so much for the fucking resub, dude. Appreciate it. Captain Mo with the 11-month. You also get a woo! He says, everyone getting haircuts for Arlington? Are they? Who's getting haircuts for Arlington? That's what I want to know. Is everybody just lining up outside a barbershop in Arlington just to get a haircut for the event? Is that what they're doing? Legend did? Jesus Christ. All right. Oh my God. All right. And then talk about the last one here. Talk about the big one here. Straight Rippin' has officially returned. This is by Straight Rippin'. They state, Straight fans, we last stepped foot on the Halo Championship Series main stage 5 years ago. Since then, we have remained devoted to the gaming industry, working hard on producing major esports programs, supporting various game development studios, and sharpening our professional skills and capabilities. More recently, we attended HCS events again and saw firsthand the love and affinity that you all have for the team. The support towards our merchandise collaboration with Space Station Gaming and the stories you shared with us reminded us more clearly than ever that Straight Rippin' belongs in Halo. No matter the twists and turns that have gone through in our personal lives, it is an incredibly grounding and humbling experience to know that there is still a home for us in Halo esports. Like many of you, we have loved Halo for more than 2 decades, and we owe the franchise our deepest gratitude for the opportunities it has afforded us in life. It only feels right to announce our return and commitment to playing a role in the Halo ecosystem. We're excited to bring our esports production capabilities, competitive spirit, and love and appreciation for you, the Halo community, along with us. As we embark on this new chapter, we want to express our sincerest appreciation towards our incredible fans, staff, and partners. Your enthusiasm towards our team fuels our determination to push the boundaries and set a new standard for Straight Rippin'. Let's write the next chapter together. Stay tuned and hashtag stay rippin'. And then they announced that they will have, I mean, we'll talk about it in Arlington as well, in our Arlington preview, but they're going to have a merch booth at Arlington. They're going to be there to do some giveaways as well, if I'm not mistaken, and also some scouting. So stay tuned for that. John, because I only put it there a few weeks ago. Yeah, I only put it there a few weeks ago because we were doing the open series, like reaction to clips and whatnot, and I needed an easy way to navigate the other one of the other monitors behind. So that's why it's there. So yeah, congratulations, Straight Rippin'. Happy to have you back and looking forward to what you guys do within the scene. Yeah. And pick up Foe. Just do that now. Like, you don't have to scout for players or anything. Just like, just fucking talk to Foe. They already have their visas situated. They already have their visas figured out. Just talk to Foe and just sign them. Easy peasy. Right? Should be that easy. That's it for the competitive news. Which means, oh God. I'm not in the right thing. Hold on. No, I'm in the right thing. I'm in the right thing now. It's time for Rostermania!
Yes. Kind of Rostermania, more like orgs picking up teams that already exist. But here we go. Women of Halo, or the Cold Ones. It's going to be Sundays, Command Station Ultras, and iBlood Arena. We have Lore Gaming. They signed No Org, the LATAM roster. If you don't remember, that is Drift, Tapping Buttons, Noble, Acid, and Nugget as the coach. Proton Gaming is going to be Gilkey, Sad, King, Nick, Suspector with Pugnasty, who just boarded his plane. We do have Element Gaming, Kratos, the best one in the world. Hativ, Swish, and Nemesis. Mags Up. They signed the Jump Out Gang roster. Kimbo, Millsy, Zove, Sunrise, and Perkledor, which I had to read like Dumbledore in my head to remember how to say it right, is the coach there. I'm surprised I caught on to this team name because it's not normally spelled out, but Forsaken with an I and a V, Roman numerals for the 4. They signed People's Champ roster, so Gunplexion, Rob the Turtle, Parabola, and is it Zode?
I think it's Zeod.
Zeod, Xeod. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. And Topher is going as their coach. And then Wanted, Goons, Zev, Evil Carmine, Rangers, Ceaseless, and Cosmic coming together as Wanted Goons. Check them all out at Arlington. Follow that open bracket.
Do it up. Do I still sound bassy? Please let me know, Akusa. Also, fucking, what am I going to say? Captain Mo, Thug Nasty is the coach for Proton.
Yes.
Sounds fine. Now, I think it was because I was just moving. I think I may have bonked the mic when I was pressing the buttons. Prep and Swag, thank you very much. Welcome back to the live show. Mike and, I'm going to say Cyber. I'm gonna mispronounce that name, but I try to pronounce it otherwise. So Mike and Cyber, thank you guys for the follows. Welcome to the live show. And Zarners with a 30-month resub. You get a wow! Thank you so much.
Goddamn, Zarn, our very own Zordon.
Goddamn,
showing the love.
He was up here before. He was up there. Yes, like Will said, make sure to check them all out at Arlington. And we're sure that we're gonna be talking about a few of them when we get to our Arlington preview. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
All right. Yeah, that does it for Rostermania this week. Feels more like a roster recap than a Rostermania, but you know,
it kind of
got some orgs stepping up to the plate here.
Yeah, definitely. The reason why they're in Rostermania is because like some had literally been picked up right before, you know? Like, yeah, all that shit. Yeah. So all right, which that means it's time for your upcoming tournaments of the week, presented by noobcombat.com. Check out noobcombat.com for all your Halo esports needs. And guess what? It's a crazy concept here. On Friday, March 15th to Sunday, March 17th, we have the HCS Arlington Major. Holy fucking shit! It's crazy. Who would have thought that was going to take place? And that's it for your upcoming tournaments of the week, presented by noobcombat.com. Check out noobcombat.com for all your Halo esports needs. What's up, Will?
I mean, it crept up so quick. Like, it doesn't feel like this weekend's a major, man. Like, it's just all of a sudden here.
Oh, I know.
I'm like, shit, this is happening. Okay, go.
I'm fucking excited, though. It's going to be great. Therefore, Will, Scrim Tournament League recaps. What do we got?
Yeah, we'll start off with some scrims. Some teams getting their practice in. Practice? We're going to talk about practice?
For a second, yes.
For a second. On Saturday, March 9th, Complexity went up against Native Gaming. It was a 6-6 tie in that series. Sunday, March 10th, Lore went up against Complexity. Went to 8-7 to Lore. SSG took on Shopify, 7-5, going to Shopify.
Mm-hmm.
Complexity against Quadrant. Now, I don't know if this is an error. I think it is. I think it went 5-4 to Complexity.
It did. I'm sorry.
On Monday, March 11th, Complexity tied Proton 9-9. Tuesday, March 11th. Sorry, March 12th. Complexity 8-6 against FaZe, and then Optic 8-8 against Shopify.
Real quick, Typical, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. And Aftershocker, welcome back.
Yeah, while scrims don't mean everything, it is practice. It's teams getting on the same page, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about how close the competition has been this year. I think scrim results are showing that. Excited to see what happens when we get to this weekend on LAN. I bet the Bandit is going to feel freaking amazing when all your shots connect.
How much complaining you think that we get from pros because of how like laser beam it is?
Oh, that's a good question. Also,
let me hold that question until we get to the Arlington preview. Hold the question, hold the answer until we get to the preview. Because that's a talking point. That's going to be a talking point.
Yeah, I mean, pros have been talking about it just online already that it is a laser beam. If you team shoot, someone's dead before they can blink.
Yeah. Ronan in the show notes.
So on LAN, I can't wait to see what happens. Lucid's been talking about a nerf for the Bandit.
Yep. And
we'll see if that talk picks up after this LAN event.
Absolutely. That's what I'm waiting for. Mike says, appreciate you gents putting this together. The positivity and support for the community is much needed. Thank you. Hey, thank you for being here.
Hey,
thank you for the follow. Jesus Christ. You're way too kind. Thank you. We wouldn't be doing the show without you, so thank you very much. And I mean that. And then Shao says, Arlington might be my first HCS event. That's fucking awesome. And
awesome.
And Shao, I really hope it's better than last year. I think it will be.
It sounds like it's going to be.
Yeah, I think it will be. But like, I'm really hoping for your sake that, especially considering it's your first, and like for folks that are going there after experiencing Arlington last year, I really hope it's just they knock it out of the park. I really hope. Aku's a positivity. This is Josh on a calm day. Last week he smashed his monitor because the Halo store asked for $200. No, I just gave him $200. Jesus. Mouse says it's still upset you guys are not coming. We're upset too,
yeah.
Mouse. We're upset too. But it is what it is. Finances and time frame just didn't work out. Next time, like I said, Will's plan is to be at Worlds no matter what, and hopefully SLC, right? Maybe.
I don't know if I can make SLC work. So a lot of things would have to shift.
But Worlds no matter what.
Worlds, I'm going to try to make no matter what, even if I'm just showing up and can't do anything. But yeah, I'll figure it out.
And then my plan is to be at Atlanta, SLC, and Worlds. Go ahead, Will. What were you going to say?
No, you're good. You're good. Let's move on with the tournament recaps at this point. European Halo League Spring 24 mini season. Second went to 50p Magnum. This was Desire to Mange, Shabby Dagger, and Hi, I'm Ninja. And then taking first was Katana FR. It was Bastos, Brainiac, Jericho, and I'm going to say Sickle. I don't know. Sickly gamer tags, man. Next up, SWAT Nation Resurgence 3v3 results. We're going to do top 4 here. If I can see the graphic. 4 went to Art of Execution. This was Obnoxious, Ewish, Zinni, and Bear. 3rd went to 1998 GNC WPC, whatever that means. NFT Mike, Judgmino, and Pivgod. 2nd went to Sunlight, not Sun, Sunlight. It was Mines, Demon Sue, and Looney. And 1st went to Agents of Rajin. This was Spar, Dirty Brains, and Avinity. And that's all we have for the recap.
Very nice. Daddy, welcome back. Snag, welcome back. Fuck you. Sholnuff, welcome back. Good to see you. Black Elf, I didn't say welcome back earlier. Welcome back to you. Good to see you. Papacito, thank you. Well, not thank you. Welcome back to you. Jesus Christ. Izzy, welcome back. Good to see you. Yeah. Invisiblade, welcome back as well. And Steady Guy. Hello, everybody. Jesus Christ. Have I missed enough where I should just watch the VOD, or should I stick around? We're just about to start the topic. It's Cali,
It's
by
Cali, by the way.
Like Ranger Cat. Wait.
Cali. I see it. CQLII. Cali.
Oh, we got there.
You know,
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Zippy, welcome to the show, by the way. Mexican Manther, thank you for the 6-month resub. You get a woo! Greatly appreciated.
welcome to EU Halo. Oh, we've been here. You know, I've been struggling with gamer tags for 6 years, man.
You should listen to him read the LATAM region gamer tags. Those are always a struggle.
Do you remember the episode where we went through all the fucking Microsoft Store gamer tags?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, those are fun.
Worst day of my life. No, just kidding.
Those are people's favorite segments too.
It was painful.
For you.
Yeah, for me.
Faffy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Jesus Christ, I can't speak right now. Daddy Snag with both with a bit each. Hashtag bit by bit, and Stenny with the 95 bits. Thank you for the biddies, Stenny.
Hey. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for the biddies. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. Jesus Christ. All right.
I'm so excited about this next piece here.
Yeah. Our topic. HCS Arlington 2024 preview. Here's how we're going to do this. We are going to start by breaking down the event, like what the event is going to be for those that are attending and those that are going to be watching at home, obviously. Then we will talk about some notable information heading into the major, the good, the bad, so on and so forth. Just some things that I have laid out. We'll go through roster recap for those that are in pool play and some notable open bracket teams that could do something. Then we have our predictions. We'll have our predictions for both pool play and we'll have our predictions for bracket play as well. So we're going to go through all of it. But I guess before we get into any of that, we have a special announcement we'd like to make. I'll just say this right now. The graphic is in its final stages as to being made. So stay tuned for let's just say the social blast will be tomorrow. We record this on Wednesday, so the social media blast will go out tomorrow. But we're going to do something a little special for Arlington here. I almost said Fort Worth for some weird ass reason. So we're going to do something special for Arlington. And we're using this kind of like a test run to see if it would work for subsequent majors. Now, if one or both of us attend one of them, it may be difficult to do. So that's why we're kind of using this as a test run. But let's just announce it. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to be doing for Arlington Major is we're going to do what's called the after party. And so what is the after party? The after party is each night of the major, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, once the official broadcasts have concluded, we will be going live over here on twitch.tv/HCS Pro Talk, and we will be breaking down the series of that day, breaking down some games, clips, moments, storylines, whatever it may be. We're going to do that for each night of the major. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the other kind of cool thing is we'll have drops. So we will have Twitch drops enabled. They will be the co-streamers drops for Arlington. We will have those as well. So yeah, it's going to be fucking dope. We've never done anything like this. So typically what we do is we would like gather clips and whatnot throughout the weekend, and then we'd break everything down during our post show, which will be next week, obviously. But we thought, why not do something a little different for this year, I guess, this major, and do that type of post-showy stuff, but do it every single night of the major. That way it gives you guys an opportunity to watch more, to be able to get your drops if you miss them by chance, and have an opportunity to come hang out with us and chill, and it'll be a good time. So, Will, anything you want to add? The after party.
No, I'm just excited getting on after the event. Someone just said it in chat, but like when the broadcast ends, I also kind of have that empty feeling like, oh shit, it's over. Like, what do I do now? So to be able to hang out, break things down, talk with you guys about what's going on. It's going to be so much fun. I'm excited.
It's going to be
I'm really excited for it.
Captain says, is that tomorrow for the open bracket too? No, Friday is the open bracket. So Friday is when the major starts, not Thursday. But yes, we will be live after the official broadcast ends on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. And we'll talk about the series and break shit down. Big Birds, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. And Trunks, Jeff with the fucking sub. Thank you so much. You get a woo! Greatly appreciated. Greatly fucking appreciated.
Yeah. I can't wait for you guys to see the graphic that was put together for this. I thought it was done already, but apparently there's a little bit more. And the fact that I'm excited at like the prefab, so to speak, or like the not final draft. Can't wait.
So I'll say this as well right now. I'll give it away. We're not going to show the proof because that'd be detrimental to the artist, but I will say, I want to say who the artist is. So for those who don't remember, if you go back and you look through some old Complexity tweets, you may have found that Complexity did a collaboration with the HCS. And if you look at the artwork that is on that collaboration, you would see it looks kind of like the Day of the Dead type stuff and whatnot and all that fun stuff, right? Well, Uriel is the artist that they did the collaboration with, and we got Uriel to do the commission for the poster that we're going to have for the social media blast, and it looks fucking insane. And I'll also say this as well. He is also designing the Patreon GOAT tier t-shirt as well, and that also looks fucking sick. So this is why we've been saying that we're working on getting the design made for the Patreon shirt, because we wanted to make sure, it looks amazing, and it's going to look fucking amazing. But this poster looks crazy. I'm so fucking excited. And the other thing too, I cannot promise this at all. But what I will say is, we are in talks with Uriel to see if we could make what's going to be the social media poster into an event exclusive t-shirt as well. So stay tuned for that. We'll see if that happens. Is this mic broken or am I just getting stutters? Will, am I coming through okay for you?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay. Say, the last thing I want is more fucking technical difficulties while we're talking through this shit. Okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And Aftershocker, thank you for the fucking brand new sub as well. You get a woo! Greatly appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Captain, if the open bracket doesn't start tomorrow, what am I supposed to do at work tomorrow? I don't know, man. Fucking go watch old broadcasts. Find somebody on Twitch that you enjoy watching. Go watch them. Stenny says, yeah, Tools, you're just trash. All right, well, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. So yeah, tomorrow, which is Thursday, the social media blast should go through with the official announcement and the poster and everything there. We will have Twitch drops enabled, so make sure you stop on by if you didn't get them during the broadcast earlier. And again, how this is going to work, we're calling it the after party, and how this is going to work, every night after the official broadcast ends of the major. So Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, we will go live on this channel, and we will be talking about the games, the series, clips, whatever it may be. We'll break things down. It's going to be a fun time. And if we are able to, big if here, if we are able to, we'll try to get the poster that's going to be posted for like the social media blast. We're going to try to make that into an event exclusive t-shirt that folks can try to get their hands on. Again, no promises on that one. We'll see if we can do it. Tara with the 4-month resub and Halt with the gifted sub. You both get a woo! Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Hell yeah. All right. With the announcement out of the way, which I'm super fucking excited about. Like I said, we've never done something like this before. And like, if there's one thing that we love to do is talk about competitive Halo. So if any reason that we have to do more of that, we're going to take that opportunity. So it's going to be awesome. I guess I should say right now, Will, that we're not doing a community playdate on Friday. I guess I should probably just say that right now.
That's probably a safe assumption.
Yeah, so hopefully people didn't expect one, but just give people a heads up. Since Arlington's happening this weekend, there will not be an official community playdate on Friday. So sorry about that. Ala March, or Marsh, I apologize for mispronouncing your name. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Greatly appreciated.
Rasta's wondering, are we going to get the after show on podcast services?
Ooh.
That's tough with us if we're like showing clips, because you just hear the audio of the clips, but
I mean, we've done it for the Open Series. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to outright say yes, but I'm not going to say no. If it's an easy enough thing to do, then fuck it. Daddy, the reason why is because we need to be like, well, not hyper focused, but we need to be focused on what's been going on during the broadcast. Ella Marsh says, been watching on YouTube for a while. Love the show. Love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God damn. Greatly appreciated. Oh, man. What do you call HCS Pro Talk if it was made by sloths? I'm afraid to answer that question. We're going to move on. Okay. Event information, key info. Date, March 15th through the 17th is in Arlington, Texas at the Esports Stadium, Arlington. Tickets are officially sold out. Spectator tickets are officially sold out, but there will be a limited amount of single-day passes available at the door for $25. First come, first served. Okay? So if you did not get spectator tickets in time, what the fuck were you doing? They're available forever. But regardless, if you didn't get them in time and you need them, there will be a limited amount of single-day passes available at the door for $25. First come, first served. There you go. You can watch on Twitch and YouTube. We'll talk about the channels later on. It'll be a 4v4 prize pool of $250,000, an FFA prize pool of $5,000, and side events of $5,000 as well. The tournament format. Major tournament structure for 2024 will be similar to the tried and true format we used in year 2. In other words, fuck fourth place finishers in pool play. Moving on, 64 team open bracket. Okay. Will, I'm going to go on a couple minute rant here. Okay? Just a brief rant. All right.
I'm putting you on that 2-minute timer. All right.
Go fuck yourself. I'm going on a brief rant. He's literally putting up a timer. I don't give a shit. Toucan, welcome back. Okay. I don't know if you folks have been seeing this as well, but I'm just going to throw this out there. Have you folks been seeing what I've been seeing in terms of people complaining that there's a 64 team open bracket cap? Do you see that people are complaining about that? Newsflash, motherfuckers, they didn't fill up. There weren't 64 fucking teams that signed up. And I don't want to hear this dumb fucking shit about, oh, but if they raise the cap, then more teams would sign up. Because guess what? Tashi even said, and I am not, for the record, I am not trying to be like, I'm not trying to always be in HCS's corner here, okay? But for the record, Tashi stated that if the demand was there, they would see about increasing the fucking cap. The cap was never met! And you people are still mad? Are you fucking serious? Jesus Christ. Instead of being mad about there being a team cap of 64, how about you prove to them that you can get more than 64 teams to sign up? Jesus fucking Christ. I'm done.
115. Wow.
Fuck yeah, we did it. For fuck's sake, people. Oh. No, I'm good. You're good. Yes, Snag.
Yeah, I think Juan says it. Some people just enjoy being mad. They'll find the negative in anything, you know?
No, for sure. Snag, the team passes went off sale on Monday this week. They went off sale on Monday this week. They were still available up to Monday, and there were still places left. Yeah. Oh my God. Chicken for the 21-month resub. You get a woo! Thank you so much for the resub. So, if you see somebody on Twitter or whatever complaining that it's a 64 team cap and that more teams would have signed up if they had a higher cap, don't be mean to them. That's what I'm doing right now. Don't be mean to them, but just look at their response and just keep it in the back of your head and be like, I'm smarter than that guy. All right, 16 team pool play and 12 team championship bracket. The open bracket. It wouldn't be a proper HCS major without a bustling passion pit. It's a great phrase there. Bustling passion pit.
Bustling passion pit.
Oh my God. Open bracket will start and end on Friday, March 15th. They've done it before. It has worked out for the most part. Again, I was hesitant at first. If you guys go back and watch or listen to previous episodes where we talk about previous majors, where they first announced that they were going to do it day in, like start end on that Friday, I was skeptical. I didn't think it was going to work out. And I'd say it's worked out more often than it hasn't. Okay. So therefore, knowing that we have less than 64 teams signed up at this point in time, I think they'll be able to do it just fine on Friday. There it is. There it is. Trunks, Jeff, I spit all the fucking time, literally and metaphorically on this show. There's a lot of spitting that's taking place. God damn. Wavy. Welcome to the live show. Holy shit.
In regards to the open bracket, Josh, there was that one event where didn't it go till like 1 a.m? But that was the first time they had done it in one day? Or was that the FFA?
That was FFA.
That was the FFA. That's right.
Yeah,
my bad.
FFA went really, really fucking late. Because says Josh just put a towel down before each podcast. I feel like I have to put like a cloth in front of my laptop screen because, like, I swear to God, when the passion flows, so does the spit. Like, my God.
You need to get those like tearaway films that race car drivers have on their visors.
Seriously.
So you can just, whoop, good to go.
Seriously. Stenny guy asks, what day is FFA again? We're going to get to it, but it's Saturday. But we'll get to it, I promise. Saturday. Pool play. Actually, no, I didn't finish the open bracket stuff. From Thug Nasty, he put together an open bracket seating and a mock HCS Arlington open bracket. He put together a couple links. So go ahead and check those out if you're interested to see some of the, like, where teams stack up in terms of points, seeds, so on and so forth for the open bracket. Pool play. Pool play of the Arlington Major will feature 12 auto-qualified teams and 4 teams from the open bracket. It'll be 4 pools of 4 teams each, single round robin. First and second in pools go to winners round 1. Third in pools go to losers round 1. Get that lower shit out of here. It's losers. And fourth in pools is eliminated. So yes, they are keeping with that dumbass tradition, but hey, I guess it is what it is. This would be, now I understand why they do it the way that they do. Again, not trying to justify. I understand why they do what they do. But this event specifically, this year specifically, in terms of like the like Mexico and Australia, New Zealand regions not getting automatic qualified pool play spots, this would be the time where I would like to see all 4 teams moving forward within each pool. Because you would expect that the teams making their way through open into pool play will be not necessarily of a higher caliber, but like if the Mexico team comes through, like if no org now no longer no org, but if they made their way through, why am I not remembering the fucking name of the team? But if like the top Australia, New Zealand team breaks through open bracket as well, it would make me think that, oh, they deserve to be there now. They've earned that spot now. And the last thing I'd want to see is that team or other teams to be eliminated right away. So for those who don't remember, I believe it was Fort Worth last year where they had the 4th place team move forward as well in pools. But again, that's not going to be taking place here. 4th place gets eliminated. It fucking sucks, but what are you going to do? 1IG, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show.
From a competition point, I understand like 4th place getting eliminated sucks. From a spectator point, the matches aren't all ending at 10 p.m. at night, especially on Sunday. We're out by 5 or 6 p.m. Central.
Yep.
And I don't mind that. Plus, I believe Daddy in chat said he likes the format because he felt like the first round bye was actually a disadvantage. You had other teams getting high caliber matches in while you sat and waited.
I think it was 3 out of 4 of the first round byes lost.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was 3 out of the 4 that had their first round bye lost in their first matchup in bracket play. Yeah, Daddy says it was almost 4 out of 4. Yeah. I agree. Ronan, that's funny. Big Bird says, was that the same format for 2023 Worlds? Yes. As a matter of fact, it was. It was indeed. Guys, remember 2022 Worlds? Remember when they were going to try to justify eliminating both third and fourth place teams in pools? Remember that shit? I remember. Holy fuck. Thanks, Hunter. Appreciate you. Welcome back. We're looking forward to see Complexity play, Hunter. We're looking forward to see Complexity.
Yeah.
It should be a fun time.
When they talked about eliminating that third place team, I was shocked. This is like the biggest stage of the year. You're not going to let the people play.
I remember seeing it for the first time. I think I laughed my ass off, literally. Like, I laughed so fucking hard when they first announced that they were going to try to eliminate both third and fourth place in pools. I'm like, I get it. You guys want the competition to be the highest it could possibly be. But are you fucking serious? Like, you're going to have an 8-team bracket? Jesus Christ. Good luck to you.
We could have been done on Saturday.
Yeah, right, dude? That tournament could have just been over. Oh, my God. That'd be fucking hilarious. Big Bird, so Fort Worth had the best format from a competitor standpoint? I think so. Because now I know that depending upon the matchup, right, you could get a good amount more of like 3-0s and whatnot. I get that. But at the same time, like, I want to see these players give it their best and have their opportunity, right? And it does suck from a standpoint of, now I see it from both perspectives, right? It sucks from a point of, well, if you start in loser's bracket and you lose immediately, then, I mean, we don't necessarily get to see their true potential, or maybe they didn't deserve to be there. Like, I see both types of situations, but I personally want to see more teams competing and have them given their fair shot. And I felt with Fort Worth, was the tournament longer? Absolutely. And that does suck from absolutely from some standpoints. But I loved how every team had an ability to do something. And yeah. So I would personally like if all 4 teams were able to move on. But I understand why they don't and why it hasn't been that way. And they literally did it that way once. So there's that. Invisiblade, if you're still in the chat right now, yes, I already put it in the community creations earlier when I was doing the show notes. For those who have, for those watching or listening, maybe have no fucking idea what that was in reference to, and that's okay. But Invisiblade, if you're still here in the show, then yes, I'm fully aware. Let's go to championship bracket. The championship bracket is where the best of the best will clash for their share of $250,000 and a paid trip to the HCS London Major. It's a 12-team double elimination. The top 6 teams will lock in those respective seeds for the London Major. So that's even bigger stakes. Again, the top 6 teams will lock in those 6 seeds at the HCS London Major. It's a big fucking deal.
I kind of like that, though, because those top seeds then aren't relying on online points to push them forward. If they're performing at LAN where it does matter, they're then getting rewarded for that.
God, it's almost like online doesn't matter. It's crazy.
It matters a little bit.
A little bit. Yes, I agree. It matters a little bit.
I gotta start combating you a little on that.
No,
it matters a little bit.
Hey, it mattered for pool play seating for Fort Worth. I mean, for Arlington. Yeah. For Arlington. Okay?
It's going to be Fort Worth.
Everything's going to be Fort Worth to me now. Jesus Christ. Jesus. All right, moving on. It's a $250,000 4v4 prize pool. First place is $100,000. Second is $60,000. Third is $30,000. Fourth is $17,500. Fifth, sixth will take home $8,000 apiece. Seventh and eighth will take home $5,000 apiece. Ninth through 12th, $2,500 apiece. And 13th through 16th will take home $1,625 apiece. There you go. Rasa says it matters when it matters. It does. Yes, that's exactly it. For the most part, it doesn't. But when it does, it does. All right. How to qualify. Will, like you had mentioned to me before we started recording, yes, teams are already qualified. But the reason why I wanted to include this is because for those who don't know, and for those who don't recall, Australia, New Zealand, and the Mexico regions do not have an automatically qualified pool play spot in this major in this year. Okay? Therefore, North American and EU teams compete for pool play spots, and the Mexico and Australia, New Zealand teams compete for open bracket travel coverage. All right? So there you go. There is a $5,000 FFA tournament. The FFA starts Saturday, March 16th at 12 p.m. Registration will take place on site. Okay? Here is the prize pool breakdown. First place will take home $2,000. Second, $1,200. Third is $800. Fourth, $425. Fifth, $200. Sixth, $150. Seventh, $125. And eighth will take home $100. There will also be side tournaments taking place. Yes, they have made their return to kick off the year. Super fucking excited. And here they are. Registration will take place again on site and it'll be first come, first served. And here is the schedule for those tournaments. On Friday, March 15th, there's a Halo 3 MCC 2v2 with a 16-team cap. Halo 2 MCC, it's a 4v4 with a team cap of 8. And then on Saturday, March 16th, there is a Halo Infinite 2v2 with a team cap of 32. MCC Halo 3 4v4, with a team cap of 16. And a 2v2 in Halo 5 with a team cap of 16. There are prize pools associated with each of those. All the information is included in the Google Doc of the show to the show. ! Show notes in the chat. Will, I love merch. You know I love merch.
Yes.
So let's talk about the booths and the organizations that are going to have merch at HCS Arlington. These have been confirmed so far. Optic will obviously have merch there. And they have event-exclusive merch as well. All the links in the Google Doc of the show to the show. Cloud9 will have a booth at Arlington. I think when was the last time Cloud9 had a booth themselves? Was that Raleigh?
Well, they had Kansas City, right?
So then it was Kansas City was the last time they had an official, like their own booth. Because every time
it's back when they had the SSG roster, you know?
Yeah. Ashley says Fort Worth.
Well, there was one at Fort Worth.
Did they have one at Fort Worth, Ashley? No shot. Wow. Well, I fucking sit corrected then if that's the case. Now, was it separate though? So guys, was it separate or was it included in like the HCS side of things? Because typically they've always been like looped in with the HCS stuff. But regardless, Cloud9 will have a booth there. Pretty fucking exciting. Straight Rippin' will have a booth at HCS Arlington. Their own booth. So you know what that means, Will? That confirms what we already knew. But again, confirms it. That you do not need to be a partnered organization to have a booth at a major.
Fair.
There you go. Again, we already knew that, but we hadn't seen it really take place. Now we see it take place. And then, I don't necessarily know if this is going to be if they're going to have a separate booth, or if this is going to be included strictly online, or if this is going to be included within the Optic Gaming merch. But Believe the Hype is also going to have merch releasing on Friday. It will be on their website. I know that for a fact. So stay tuned for that. Cloud9 had a separate booth. It was Complexity that was combined with HCS. Well, there we go. Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate you. Thank you. What, Snag? What are you freaking out about now?
I think believe the hype.
You got to believe.
He's hyped. He's believing.
He's believing. Jesus Christ. And yeah, Snag, Maniac literally unveiled today a couple new designs as well. One of them featuring Blood Gulch. So go check them out. Go look at Believe the Hype on Twitters. Go do it up. I'm not kidding. I'll hold on a second. I'll fucking get the I'll get the tweet.
Well, Josh is bringing up the tweet. I'm going to go over who's going to have stickers and tattoos.
Do it up.
Obviously, if you see Pure Delight walking around, he's going to have some Passion United logo stickers.
Be United.
Some holographic as well. Look amazing on Twitter. Go check it out. Bittersweet's going to have some logo stickers as well. If you haven't seen this, Chuck is going to have MLG stickers featuring old school team logos in the background. They look sick. I wish I could get some myself. Someone saying tattoos. Just hang on. Legendary C4 will have stickers. I have a few of them from Worlds. I'm not sure if you changed the design or if it'll be some of the same. I didn't see the tweet myself, but they will be there. And Ranger Cali is going to have some Bandit Bimbo temporary tattoos, and they look sweet. It's like the old school ribbon across the bandit with like it looks cool. Looks cool.
If you don't remember what am I trying to say here? If you don't remember the merch drop that she did with the t-shirts, with custom stuff with the weapons and stuff, that's what she's doing with these temporary tattoos. So go check them out. And thank you, Will, for running through those.
Oh yeah.
Where to watch? You can catch all the action live March 15th through the 17th. The A stream is twitch.tv/Halo. The B stream is twitch.tv/HCS. All streams will be on YouTube at HCS. And there will be co-streamers that you can check out as well. We were technically one of them with our after party streams. Go check those out every night after the broadcast ends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll break things down. It's going to be a fun time. Snag, it's not confirmed yet. It's not 100% confirmed yet. The Bear, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. From LVT will be live from inside HCS Arlington. Here is their talent for the weekend. Tools, Mikowski, Eli the Ninja, Pure Delight, and Furzilla. Tune in as they cast B, C, and D matches as well as open bracket and the FFA finals coverage, which is pretty fucking goddamn exciting, if I do say so myself. So, shout out to LVT. Does Straight Ripin have a roster? Can't wait for them to be back in the bracket. The Bear, they do not. They do not have a roster as of yet. Omnipotent Rival, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Greatly appreciated. Welcome. Let's talk about talent. Lottie and Blaze. Lottie's the desk host. Blaze is the stage host. Then we have your casters. They are Onset and Bravo, Gaskin and Shurzy, Walshy and Clutch, and Tony and Active. Active is back, baby. Walshy, Clutch, Tony, and Active are analysts as well. They will be present on the desk as well as on the mics, obviously. So stay tuned for them. It's going to be a good time. Twitch drops. I'm not going to really talk through like what you get and when, but I will say that if you never had the opportunity to get the Rockstar collaboration with Halo Infinite, they had like coatings and whatnot. If you didn't get that stuff, then, or was it Monster? Was it Monster or Rockstar? Was it Rockstar?
It was Rockstar.
I thought it was Rockstar as well. Thank you. Because Monster obviously did something too, but that's besides the point. So if you didn't get the Rockstar collaboration items, like in-game cosmetics, they are your Twitch drops as well as an additional coating called Astral Adrift. So the Nocturne Star, Assault Rifle, Razorback, and Warthog coatings will be available, along with the Hammer Time nameplate and emblem. Those are all the Rockstar promotional items. There will be 2 new charms, the double kill and triple kill weapon charms, and then the new coating of Astral Adrift. So there you go. There you go. The Friday schedule is available as well. Again, all of this stuff that we talk about is in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show, ! Show notes in chat. So if you want to check out the full schedule for Friday, go check it out. And now we have some notable information heading into the major. First, coming soon, because it's not finalized yet, is a do's and don'ts for the major article, which is coming by Thug Nasty. So stay tuned for that. Once he has that finished, I will make sure that it gets added to the show notes. But I asked him if we would be okay to shout it out on the show, and he said that's fine. So if I'm not mistaken, he's on a flight right now. So once he lands and gets that taken care of, I'll make sure it gets added to the show notes. So stay tuned for that. And then here's some other notable information that I think people should pay attention to here. First, I have the good and the bad in terms of the game. Okay. So the good, let's talk about the good first, because I think the good needs to outweigh the bad here, even though it might not. So the good, Bandit meta on LAN. That's huge. This is the first LAN event that we have with the Bandit being front and center in the new meta. Really looking forward to what these teams are going to be able to do. And I'm going to ask my question again in just a second. Okay. Regarding if pros are going to complain. So stay tuned here. Another good one. Extraction is out of the rotation completely. It's fucking gone. We don't have to deal with that bullshit. It ain't here. No worries. Thank Christ. Maps and modes have been updated for the new meta. A lot of King of the Hill changes. A lot of hill placements have changed. Recharge being one of the biggest factors here. Okay. A lot of excitement around this. Forbidden has been added. Okay. A lot of excitement here. This is going to be exciting. Love it. And finally, probably the biggest good thing that I have here is competition is the greatest it's ever been. It's arguably the closest it's ever been. While I still believe that our top 3 are kind of solidified, regardless of order, it is that 4th place onward that, like, depending upon any given Sunday, any given series, a team can make a push and a team can make a statement. And I think it's going to be really exciting to watch this year and to see these teams break into the top 4, see these teams trying to make an even bigger run, catching one of these top teams off guard, really showing their all and asserting their dominance. I'm excited to see it. Let's talk about the bad. Spawns are still broken. They're still broken. We see it consistently with pro player clips that are populating on Twitter all the time. It's not getting better. So that is it. And again, I must stress this. And pros have had the same thought. Okay. And I talked about this weeks ago. It is one of my biggest worries. These teams are so dialed in. These players are so skilled that, and we know how team-based Infinite is, that when you have a setup and you're watching crosses or you're applying a push to another side of the map or whatever it is, and you feel like you're locking spawns down, but an enemy spawns there anyway, or they spawn where they necessarily shouldn't, it could absolutely not only fuck up a setup, but it could lead to an end of a game that wasn't necessarily supposed to happen that way. I do not want to throw out excuses. Okay, these players are the best in the world for a reason. But if the game is not working with you, that can be a disaster. And go ahead.
Yeah, for those who didn't see the Lucid clip, that one just sticks out the most in my mind. Like, he is top A fighting down into Whirlpool. And while the enemy team is pushing gold on recharge, the enemy spawns heaven straight across, line of sight. Should never predict that.
Yep.
And he even said in his tweet, a team could get costed at land because of something like that happening.
Exactly.
I am curious to see if it is any better on land than it is online, because maybe there's just something about the system that will help be better with spawns, but you never know. And it's just still a concern because we don't know.
The other thing that I think about is when Snakebite broke down the clip that he showed of the enemy spawning in PD, and like that just strictly should not have happened. And I'm like, it can, like I said, it's one of my biggest worries. Technical difficulties are probably going to happen no matter what. It's just something you kind of have to account for when it comes to any tournament, like whether it be an online tournament and there's a player that lags out, whether it be a LAN tournament and a PC goes fucky, right?
Yeah.
Anything can happen. So that's a given. That I just kind of throw out of my mind that it's going to happen, whatever, who gives a shit. But when you literally have an aspect of the game that you're playing itself and it breaks on you, what if it does cost, like, what? I'm throwing what ifs out here, okay? So this might never happen, okay? So take what I'm going to say with a grain of salt. But Game 5 Slayer, pivotal moment in the game, deciding of a series, and a spawn gets fucked so hard that the team that should have won the game doesn't. What if that ends their tournament run right then and there? Like, we're not talking about chump change here either. Like, there's a lot of money on the line for these events. And like Will and I had mentioned earlier in the show, the top 6, those are your seeds for London. So the placings matter even more than ever before. So again, not saying it will happen, but it's just, that's in the back of my mind. That's something so, I got to be careful here because I know that game development's a fucking bitch and I know it's incredibly difficult. And I'm never going to shy away from that aspect. But from something as so simple, and I use that word specifically, for something that appears on the outside so simple as spawns, something so pivotal to the foundation of the game, to the foundation of the ranked experience, spawns. And for those to be, for, again, lack of a better word, broken, that does not instill a lot of confidence in me. And frankly, if I were a top competitor in the world, I don't want to speak on behalf of them, but if I were one of them, it wouldn't instill confidence in me playing the game either. Like, I know what my ability would be. Like, if I'm one of the best in the world, I'm not. But if I was, like, I know what my ability would be able, like, I know what I'd be able to do. But if the game fucks you, what are you going to do? Like, you have to chalk it up, but that sucks. That just sucks. So spawns are still broken. Drew Banga, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Problem solved. Maybe 3 for 3 wants to fuck with things a bit and want the messed up spawns. That, Jesus Christ, get out of here. Sholnuff says my online coach taught us at our state championship run, never allow the game to be close where someone or something to have an impact. It's the devil of the competition. I understand completely, Sholnuff. And like, that's the other teams, like one of like Bill Belichick's things. If you love or hate the Patriots, I don't give a shit, but I'm going to make this comparison. One of Bill Belichick's things is like, don't beat yourself. If you're going to be beaten, let the other team beat you, but don't beat yourself or something to that, something along those lines. Right. And that's why I just want this competition to come down to pure skill between the teams and not outside factors that affect the game itself. So that's where I'm getting at there. Another bad thing, desync still occurs on Solitude. I know that it could probably occur on other maps, but like, go ahead, Will. What were you going to say?
Is it an online problem though? Will LAN take this away? I'm not sure, to be honest.
I have a feeling it's LAN as well, but you could be completely right. So I'll take a step back and be like, that may be true. Or it might just be an online thing. But Solitude could be fucky. Could be. It's either Volcar or Volchar. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Equipment is still not red racked. Now, Will, we had talked about this previously. To the point where teams have already played competitively with the red rack update never being a thing. So they already know what to do. But I'm going to throw kind of a wrench in this situation to the point where equipment did move and get replaced depending upon the map, which could cause issues because maybe, now this is a maybe, okay, this is a maybe situation, but maybe the red rack update and the moving and removal and changing of equipment on maps went hand in hand. And where if one is non-existent, then the other could become a bigger problem. Does that make sense?
Yes. I will say that I don't think the equipment is going to be as impactful, even with it spawning more. I know things got moved around, but the only thing I'm thinking of is Repulsor on Empyrean.
And Live Fire.
Could be a big one. I mean, it is on Live Fire, but it's now bottom mid, and I've been noticing it's only picked up, like, people don't go for it as much as more of, I'm in the area, I'm going to grab it real quick. I don't know. I think teams have practice and know what it is. It is unfortunate that the original idea of having it red racked is not in the game yet. It was supposed to fix the equipment phasing into the ground, which was part, I don't know, is your next statement here, that equipment still exists on the map when it actually is not there.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in the mindset of it is what it is. We got to play with the way it is right now, and you just have to be ready for it as a team. You gotta know that that's going to come up. You gotta plan for it,
or not come up,
or just,
if it's stuck in the ground.
It's stuck in the ground. Fair. Excuse me. But yeah, it's one of those things that if we never knew it was supposed to happen, we wouldn't even be talking about it, right? It's the fact that 343 said, we are going to red rack this to help out with timings. I mean, pros were complaining about it a little, but then they tried it. It broke something, so they reverted it and haven't been able to fix it since. So it is unfortunate that it hasn't been put into place where it's supposed to be red racked, but we're just waiting at this point.
And the waiting game continues. Big Roo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. And yes, hey. Big Roo, like we talked about, yes, we did mention that the equipment still can phase into the ground. Halt with the 8-month resub. You get a woo! Thank you very much for the resub. Greatly appreciated. Okay. So those were the kind of bad things that I had. So now, Will, I want to ask you the question before I get into the venue itself. Because we heard Lucid talk about it specifically in regards to Bandit on LAN is like, if you get team shot, you're dead in a split second. So yeah. Do you personally think that we are going to get more complaints after Arlington from players, like from the pros that are competing at the tournament, that it's too powerful?
Depends on the pro. I think some pros are going to love it because their shots are going to hit. There's no bullet error. Renegade might have the most kills we've ever seen in a major, but you know,
just 1,000 kills.
We might see some complaining. We might see people loving it. For me, it could be 50-50. It's 50-50. Like, yeah. It could go either way. People are going to love it or hate it.
I think, like, personally, I just love the idea of shots hitting when they should.
Oh, yeah.
I just love that idea, you know? Now, if I get melted in a second, that sucks for me. But I love the idea of my shots hitting when I shoot them. So that, I'm excited for that. We'll just have to wait and see. What I am hoping is, because, again, for folks who don't know, LAN is a completely different experience than online. I went on a diatribe about it last week. You can go watch that if you're interested. But what I am hopefully looking forward to seeing, Will, is players not necessarily being able to get around corners as quick, like as easily. Like if they're one shot, it always feels like when you're playing online, when somebody's one shot and they're going around a corner, you never can get that last shot on them to kill them. But it feels like you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
or like it's either one or two things. You either get the kill way after they're behind the wall because of desync, or you just can't hit them as they're moving behind that wall because of desync.
Exactly. So I hope that we don't see that. Like I hope we see that final shot connecting every time, and just be like, you can't fucking get away. Fuck you. Like, yeah. I'm excited for that.
It's fair.
Yeah. And then for the venue, we have personally, Will and I, we've been personally told that feedback from the community has been acted upon and should improve the experience for those attending. For those who don't recall, I gave a scathing review of Arlington last year. I put it up there in the upper echelon of worst HCS events to ever exist. And I stand by that. If you want to know why, go watch or listen to that episode. From what we've been told, they have listened to the community because, guys, believe it or not, they fucking listen. I know it's a crazy concept, but they do. And feedback has been acted upon for Arlington this year. So again, I say this, and I say it for every major. Okay? I truly do. I say this for every major. I say this for every LAN in and of itself. If you are attending, please let us know your experience. Please. You can DM us on either Discord or Twitter or whatever. Let us know. If you're okay with us sharing it on the show, let us know. I want firsthand experience of those who are attending Arlington this year. And I would also love to know if either A, it's your first event that you've ever been to, B, if you've attended Arlington last year as well as this year, or C, if you did not attend Arlington last year, but you're attending Arlington this year, but you've attended others in the past. Like, I want to know. I want to see what the different opinions are based off how many events people have attended previously. I want to know your thoughts by being there in person. Please. Because basically, I want to hold feet to the fire. Okay? Based off of everything that we see within this article, everything sounds great. Besides the game fucky shit. Okay? Like the stuff that we don't have an impact on. Everything else sounds amazing. Okay? But I want to know, for those that are attending in person, I want to know your experience. Because it can't fucking be worse than last year. It just can't. Flex, welcome to the live show. Thank you for the follow. Says, this is going to be my first time going to an event, and honestly, I don't know what to wait for. Just take it all in and enjoy it. Like, if I'm going to twist this into a positive, because last year was such a fucking disaster. Every other event was great, okay? What a major should be is you walk into the venue, there's merch, there's open stations, there's obviously concessions and all that. You're seeing all these people who love the same thing that you do, and you're all there to witness that love and that passion for this scene, for this community, for this game. And you see the players and the casters and the talent walking around and just enjoying it and enjoying the vibes. So especially if it's your first time going to an event, just take a step back, take it all in, try to make some new friends. And I mean this when I say, if you see any players walking around, if you see any of the talent walking around, go say hi. As long as they're obviously not busy or running somewhere or whatnot. Like, if they're not busy with something and you see them out there, go say hi. Go tell them you appreciate what they do. Go tell them you're rooting for them. Whatever it may be. They love that shit. I mean it. They do. So enjoy it. Embrace it. And I hope you have the best fucking time, Flex. I really do. I really do. Hammer McPoopin, thank you for the refollow. I think you've already followed previously, but hey, there it is. So yes, before we get into predictions here and roster recap, if you are attending in person, please let us know your experience. Because words are one thing, but if they really did act on that feedback, like it appears they have already based off reading that one article, I know where my expectations are for a major. Okay? I already have my expectations just for a major. And Arlington last year absolutely failed that. Okay? They can't do worse than last year. So please let me know what happens. I'm excited to hear your thoughts. If you're willing to share them with us, and if you're willing to share them with the show as well, let us know. And I'd be happy to do so. Will, I haven't used this button in a little bit, but it's time for roster recap.
Yeah, it has been a while. Do you want me to run through these, or what are you feeling?
It's up to you. It's up to you, sir.
Let's just go. Go pool play for roster recap. In Pool A, if you don't know who FaZe is, it's Frosty, Renegade, Royalty, and Snakebite. Also in Pool A, we have Ascending Baseline. It's Burton by Tomic, formerly known as Monster, Hotshot, Ghost, and Squall Eye. And Quadrant is going to be Glory, Sika, SLG, and Snipe Drone. Pool B, we have SSG, Bound, Eco, Legend, and Stellar. Foe is going to be Jimbo, Mighties, Chick, and Woodham. And then Business, Druck, Last Shot, Manny, and Tolic. Pool C, it's going to consist of Sentinels, Boobadooboo, Falcated, Lethal, and Spartan, Shopify, Rebellion, Cycle, Mental, Soul Snipe, and Suppressed, and Proton, Gilkey, King, Nick, Suspector, and Sab. Last but not least, Pool D, Complexity, Descendant, Huss, Precision, and Ryan Noob. Optic, Lucid, Trippy, Formal, and Dead Zone. Bittersweet, Piggy, Cherish, Breaking Shot, and Mortally. And then we have some notable open bracket teams. Native Gaming, APG, Collect, Miquin, and Barcode. Cloud9, Septify, Rami, Diagram, and Tusk. Darkest Hour, Common, Haynes, Envor, and Yaxen. Element, Kratos, Hativ, Swish, and Nemesis. Passion United. Shout out Passion United. It's Maddie. I still don't know how to say. I think it's Scuds, Palfius, and Atticus. For Mexico.
Will, hold on 1 second. One second.
What's going on?
The doc might move.
Oh boy. Okay. You're adding something?
Yep. It literally just got tweeted. Go ahead. You're good. It's done now. You're good.
Mexico. Lore is going to be Tapping Buttons, Drift, Acid, and Noble. And for Australia, New Zealand, we have Fury, which is Nubles, Plasma, Rated, and Rice. Did you add above or below?
Above. So the HCS literally just tweeted out the event schedule for those that are attending.
Oh, hey.
Yep. So for those that are attending in person, the HCS just tweeted out the event schedule for the entire weekend. I'll make sure to post it in chat right now. Bada bing, bada bing.
I got it. Oh, you got it. Uh-huh.
And it's in the show notes as well. So there you go.
Awesome.
And thank you, Will, for running through those rosters. I appreciate it.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Okay. Yes, Stenny. Of course. Come on now. Who the fuck do you think we are? I am. Juicy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Blackout. I would be surprised if they didn't. I would be surprised if SSG did not have new stickers for the event. I'm not saying they will, but I'd be surprised if they didn't. But we know that SSG is not going to be there. So
water bottle focus again.
Oh, is it? I'll get it out of the way.
What I need, if anyone is going, if SSG has keycaps, keyboard keycaps, I'm collecting them. They are all down the side of my keyboard right now.
I can just put it off to the side.
So one thing.
Am I still blurry?
Yeah, for me, you are.
Oh my God.
There
I
you
fixed
go.
it. I fixed it. I just have to reach out to it. All right. That's okay, Stenny. I am that guy. I'm not, but I appreciate it. But yeah, that's the one thing is that before we get into predictions, I guess we could say is that the one notable exclusion from booths is going to be Space Station. So they will not have a booth at Arlington. So there you go. All right. Predictions, Will, are ready to go.
Yeah. Stenny's saying he's never seen keycap merch. I'm just going to try to lift this up so you guys can see it on the side there. All the SSG keycaps.
Fuck yeah, dude. Ryuki or Ryuki, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. I apologize for mispronouncing your name. Okay. Predictions. Here's how this is going to work. We'll break down pools first, and then we will break down the placings predictions for the entire tournament. So without further ado, if you're in the show notes right now, you will notice that the predictions are blacked out because we're going to do this pool by pool. So Will, without further ado.
Yeah. My placings for Pool A.
Yes.
Fourth place, I have the open bracket team. I don't know who it's going to be, so I just put them in fourth. Third, I have Ascending Baseline. Second quadrant, I have FaZe taking it all. You must have a hunch on who you think the open bracket team is going to be, huh? Nope,
I don't. I just don't think Ascending Baseline are going to make it through. This is a situation where, because we both understand where Native would be if they make it out of open bracket, which would be in Pool D. Like, it sounds like that should be the case. They're on their number one seed going into it in the open bracket based off points. And if they work their way all the way through open and they don't lose a match, then they should be the first team that makes it out of open bracket into pools, which would be in Pool D.
Yeah.
What are you smiling about?
Sorry. I'm just having a day. My monitor just decided to go on the stand by itself.
Wonderful.
So, little sideways.
Jesus Christ. So with that in mind, again, we don't necessarily know who we both predict that Native Gaming will make it out of open bracket into pool play. And therefore they will be in Pool D. So Pool A, B, and C, we don't necessarily know who the open bracket teams are going to be that come through there. But this is a situation where if that former no-org team breaks through open and gets into pools, there is somehow, some way they can make a statement here. They have tapping buttons on their roster. Something could happen. I'm not saying that's the team that makes it. I'm not saying that's the team that makes it into Pool A, but I'm just saying I think the open bracket. So here's how my predictions are. I have Ascending Baseline in fourth, the open bracket team in third, quadrant in second, and first with FaZe. That is what I have. So you and I have Ascending Baseline and the open bracket team flipped. That's it.
Yeah.
It's just because I think the open bracket team that breaks through here has a chance to beat Ascending.
That's fair.
Which means Ascending would go 0-3. Flax, thank you for the brand new sub. You get a woo! Greatly appreciated. Again, enjoy your time in Arlington. I sincerely mean that. Just because I hold that sour taste in my mouth from last year's Arlington event, I do really hope that this year's is phenomenal. Because we need it. We need it to be fucking great. All right, Will, Pool B.
Pool B. In fourth place, I have the open bracket team. I see your notes on the right, and I do kind of agree. Third, business. Second, foe. First, Space Station. I just didn't think of that situation while doing this.
It's okay. So, Will hinted at a situation. So what is this potential situation? Well, in fourth place, I also have the open bracket team or business if Druck does not compete due to visa issues. Okay? Because that's a real possibility. That's a real possibility. If Druck competes, then in third place I have Business. Or if Druck does not compete, I have the open bracket team. Okay? In second, I have Foe. In first, I have Space Station. So it all depends. It all depends if Druck is able to compete at Arlington. Will.
Yeah.
Pool C.
Well, it looks like we're 1 for 1 on this one.
Yes.
So, fourth open bracket team.
Yep.
Third Proton.
Yep.
Second Shopify. And
Yep.
Sentinels taking it.
Agreed completely. And then finally, in Pool D.
Oh, yeah. Bittersweet. Native. Complexity in second. Optic in first.
Hold on one second. Yeah, same across the board for me. Bittersweet, Native Gaming, Complexity, and Optic. In that order. That's gnarly, says calling Complexity upset over Optic. I don't see it happening. No offense to Complexity, but I just don't see it happening.
I will give the possibility that Optic does sometimes falter in pool play a little bit because they've outright said it's not as on top of their mind as the rest of the tournament.
Space Station's the same way.
We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
That's gnarly, says those hoes know bros toes. You know who knows toes? HCS toes. HCS Pro Toes knows.
No.
No?
Just no.
All right, fine. Jesus Christ. Lore. Blackout, Lore. That's the name of the team. Lore Gaming. Is Tapping Buttons, Drift, Acid, and Noble. Lore. 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 Okay, moving on. So there we go. There's our pool play. Therefore, Will.
Yeah.
We're going to unveil these.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
That's okay. We're going to unveil placing by placing. 13th through 16th. What
Bittersweet and 3 open bracket teams.
I have Bittersweet, Ascending Baseline, and then 2 open bracket teams. Or, if Druck does not compete, which again is a real possibility of happening, then it'd be Bittersweet, Ascending Baseline, Business, and an open bracket team.
I think that's fair.
Okay. 9th through 12th. Give me 1 second. 9th through 12th. What do you got?
Ascending Baseline, Business, Proton, and Quadrant.
I have an open bracket team, another open bracket team, or Business if Druck does compete.
Sucker.
Proton and Quadrant. So we were both the same there. In 7th and 8th, Will.
Where I have Foe and Native Gaming.
I also have Foe and Native Gaming.
I will say,
I'm going to be right here with you with whatever you're about to say.
my heart wants Native Gaming to go as far as they can, but had to be somewhat realistic on the late team change and getting everyone together. So 7th and 8th is where they placed for me.
Same here. And then, guys, in regards to Druck, he's literally not tweeted out anything about his visa situation as of yet. Riz, I hope so as well. But again, I'm in a situation right now where I'm putting more stock, and I say this all the time, I'm putting more stock into teams that have been together for longer. And Native went through a situation where they got rid of Neptune kind of right away, if we're being honest. And then we're maybe trying to get the last shot. Didn't work out. They had Monster for that week, then brought in Barcode. It's like, I just don't think they've had enough time. But at the same time, even though I don't think they've had enough time to gel completely, at the same time, I think their talents individually are better than other teams that are like below them that I have them in the standings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
I see.
Yeah, I'm putting stock into their... This is the shitty part too, because I say it's a team-based game and it is a full team-based game. And I sound like a hypocrite right now saying that I'm putting more stock into their individual talents. I'm just hoping that based off their individual talent, that should push them further. Okay? Because I'm not going to lie. I almost put them in 9th through 12th. I almost did. And I fought with myself over it. Because I'm looking at Quadrant. Because part of me thought to myself, okay, I'm going to switch Foe and Quadrant. I would have Foe in the 9th through 12 and then Quadrant in the 7th and 8th. Because Quadrant's more proven on LAN. But they went through more of a roster change than Foe did. And arguably their best player went to SSG.
Yeah.
So the fact that they went through more roster changes than Foe did, Foe picks up what could be a mouse and keyboard phenom in Woodham. I'm putting Foe above Quadrant in this regard. And the reason why I didn't put Native Gaming in the 9th through 12th is because, again, I think their skill, like, they should be able to fucking get it together. They should be able to get it together. And we know how different LAN is versus online. I am not comfortable putting them in the top 6 range yet. I'm just not. I haven't seen it from them yet. I want to put them there, but I can't comfortably put them there yet. I need to see how they perform at Arlington. They have to make the open bracket run, and they have to get even further than that if they want to make this top 8 placing that we have them at. I'm not saying it's anywhere near impossible. Those players are phenomenal. This should be, not easily, but this should be able to be done by them, okay? Without much issue. But I don't feel comfortable putting in the top 6 placings yet. Because of how close that competition actually is. Will, who do you have in 5th, 6th?
Complexity and Shopify, which looks like you have the same.
I do, but I have Complexity. So this is going to sound stupid. But like if they... I mean, yes, I have Complexity and Shopify here as well. My problem is based off of how we have our top 4, Will. I think as of right now, and again, we haven't seen any LAN performance, but as of right now, I think Complexity is the better team over Shopify.
Well, that's fair.
So that's why I have I know they're the same placing, 5th, 6th, but that's why I have them flipped in my predictions versus yours.
That's fine. I just was like, 5th, 6th is one bracket. Pace the teams there. They're about even for me.
Yes. And I completely understand that as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing them compete. I am putting more stock in Complexity this year. And I'm putting some more stock in Shopify as well. And I'm excited to see what those teams do. Especially with some more LAN experience under their belt. And yeah, I'm excited to see what those teams are going to do. I really am. So without further ado, Will, we move into our top 4.
Yeah.
Who do you have at number 4?
4th place, I have the one and only Sentinels.
I also have Sentinels here. I think they just carry momentum from last year. They stuck together, and if you guys know me, I put more stock into teams that stick together.
They also always performed better on land than they did in the onlines prior to those lands last year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think they're fourth here.
I'm excited. To see what they can do. Ikuza, I think you're fucking crazy, but that's besides the point. Darth Chibius, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. And Lofty, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show as well. Top 3. I'll unveil our 2 and 1 together, because obviously if we unveil 2, they already gonna know what 1 is.
Sure.
Third place, Will.
Third place, I have Optic.
I also have Optic.
I think they need a little bit more tightening up. I mean, all those players are great. They're phenomenal, but just a little bit more tightening up before they get into their stride.
Also, Will, I don't want to speak for you, but I think I'm going to for a second, so bear with me. But like, while these predictions are our predictions, like the top 3, if it's any given Sunday, like if one team just comes out a little more hot than the other, these top 3 can kind of be interchangeable.
Oh yeah, of course.
But our second place team, then.
Do we have the same here?
We do.
Go ahead. You announce this one.
We both have Space Station at number 2. Both Optic and Space Station made pretty big roster changes going into this year, with Dead Zone being picked up in place of APG on Optic and Legend being picked up in place of Dead Zone on SSG.
Which means...
No, we didn't. We didn't get into why Space Station's second here.
Well, you basically, for me, the team change.
Yeah.
For me, I need proof Legend is the person to push them into first place. And this is where I need to see it, right? I can't put them above FaZe, especially after FaZe came off World so hot and they look unstoppable.
Yeah.
Really, they do. And now you're going to put them on land where they were kings in H5 with single shot weapons.
Yep.
They're one of the smartest teams out there. I need to see Space Station step up to FaZe here if it's going to happen.
So I'm with you, Will. When we talked about the change for Optic and Dead Zone being in place of APG, we said this before and we'll say it again. Will, I think you agree with me on this based off what we talked about previously, that we think Dead Zone could be that better type of player for Optic that APG was?
Better is... I don't want to just say Dead Zone's going to be better than APG or like a better player for Optic, but yeah, there's something about his play that I think will allow the other players on Optic to do what they do best. Even more so than they did last year. So sure. I think it's a good addition for them.
And now I know that this also could be seen as like just like a lateral move, but like I liked the change. It wasn't necessarily what the original plan was for Optic, but I do like the change overall. And this is nothing against Brad. Like, we fucking love Brad. And like we say, we want Native to do unbelievable. Like, we want that.
Yeah,
seriously.
Yeah. I mean, Brad said in an interview that he thinks after they lost Worlds the way they did, that it's almost like that team, those 4 together, the mental was kind of chalked to take another run at it, and they wanted to go with someone else.
Yep.
Exactly. I don't think it was anything against Brad's skill.
No.
It wasn't. It's just they needed a little reset to move forward after that defeat. And
people who think that Brad doesn't have it are fucking idiots. I'll just put that out there, because he definitely fucking has it. So, but I just look at that Space Station roster, and I'm wondering if that Legend pickup really revitalizes that team. And again, this is nothing against Dead Zone either, right? Like, this is nothing against any player. But I'm wondering if that hunger if there's just more hunger there. And we know what Legend was capable of doing on Quadrant, and Quadrant proved themselves on LAN too. So I know that Legend can do it. There's no doubt in my mind about that. It's just how this works with this team. And, yeah, but when you put him up against FaZe, I don't think any team right now is beating FaZe. I just don't. I think that they're too strong. They had me worried a little bit at Worlds because I predicted them that they were going to win Worlds, and they had me worried because Optic looked fucking insane. They looked insane. But then FaZe did that thing that I say, Will, that CLG Optic Tox Sentinels did back in Halo 5. They flipped the light switch. And that's the team. Obviously, obviously Lethal's not there anymore. But the fact that they brought Renegade in, who's arguably the best in the game, and they flipped that switch like they do all the fucking time, where they don't lose anymore. And then they didn't lose the rest of the series, and they didn't lose a game in the bracket reset. I think they're too strong. And John, you said it earlier. You said that you totally knew that Josh was going to pick FaZe because they stuck together, and they're winning, and they're world champions. So yeah, I don't think anybody beats them. I don't think anybody beats them right now. I think that Arlington, and I said this last week and I said the week before, Arlington's my barometer for the season. I know that I joke all the time, and I'm serious most of the time in terms of like online. I don't give a shit. And you're right, Will. In some instances, it does matter, especially when it comes to seeding. It does in fact matter. But we know how different of a game Infinite is online versus LAN. Arlington is my barometer. And based off how FaZe did, and they stuck together, based off how FaZe did at Worlds last year, beating the defending world champions when they looked like they had gotten their stride back. And everyone was like, oh, shit. And I'm not trying to toot FaZe's horn or anything, but they made HCS history at Worlds, where they were the first team to come from losers bracket to win the grand final. No other team had done that at a major event.
In Infinite, correct?
In Infinite. No other team had done that. So the fact that they were able to do that on the biggest stage for the biggest money against arguably the best team in the world at that time, I don't think any team's beating them. No offense to Legend, no offense to Dead Zone, those two being placed on different teams at this time. I just don't think anybody's beating them right now. And that's not to say that it won't happen later. Because if you guys listened to our Too Early to Tell preseason predictions episode last week, we do have other teams winning other majors. Oh my God, it's crazy. But for the first major, Will and I believe that they're going to do what Optic did last year, where they win the world championship and then they win the event after. And there's that. Horcrux, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. And Rascals, that's the name. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. And Red Bar Superstar, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to the live show. Ken says, I think any team can win each LAN event. FaZe is great, but I feel teams are starting to figure them out. That's the beautiful part, Ken, is that teams are doing everything they can right now to figure out their own types of strategies for maps, for setups, for game types, whatever it may be, learning what the other teams are trying to do, working around those situations, and just trying to become better. And I love that. I love that. I just personally don't see anybody beating FaZe this event. So yeah. Trash Panda, love the name, by the way, says, I mean, SSG are going to be so quick, so much upside with the pickup. They are. That's the thing, too, is that I like the pickup. I do. It's huge for international Halo as well. Like, the last time we saw something like this was tapping buttons in Evil Geniuses back in H5.
I mean, barcode coming over.
Yes, you're not wrong.
And tapping.
Yes.
To that
on the same native team. On the same native white team. This does not happen very often at all. So the fact that a top-tier international talent gets their opportunity to come here in the States and compete with the best that we have to offer, fuck yeah. And that's the best thing about that. That's the best thing about SSG, right? Is that we already know what Legend can do. We saw them do it. We saw Quadrant make history at Arlington last year. So we know what he's capable of doing. And so knowing that he's on that roster now, that SSG roster, where they have some of the best talent in the fucking world, they're going to be incredible. They're going to be incredible. And trust me, I will give them their flowers at another event down the line. Just wait and see. But as of right now, this day, this instant, I don't believe anybody's beating FaZe.
And again, this is where we say online doesn't matter, because FaZe is the last LAN champion with Worlds. Someone mentioned the complexity reverse sweep in an online event. It's an online event. Someone gets 70 ping and your last shot's not registering. Maybe that doesn't happen on LAN and the other team gets dumpstered on. So it's got to be proven on LAN to me that FaZe can be taken down. And as Josh said, I'm not saying Space Station can't do it. I just need to see it first.
That's the thing. We just need to see it first. Bovier, Trini, and Psychic, thank you all for the follows. Welcome to the live show. Hope everyone's having a great night. So yeah. And then Claustrophobic, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to the live show. He says, for SSG, a lot is going to ride on Stellar and his shots this weekend. I think a lot just rides on the team in general. Let's see how we know. How do I phrase this? We know what Legend was able to do on LAN previously. We know what he's able to do on that former Quadrant roster. And we've seen what Legend can do online with this SSG roster. Okay? Now it's time to really see how they do on LAN and how they gel together as a whole when they're on the same stage together. That's it. That, to me, is the determining factor. We know what Eco is able to do. We know what Stellar's able to do. We know what Bound is able to do. They've been teaming for a long time now, relatively speaking. So bringing Legend into the fold, let's see how that plays out. And like I said, I don't think it plays out poorly. I think it's going to be fine. Let's wait to see what happens. Pharaoh says, got to keep in mind that FaZe didn't win Worlds coming from the winner's side, so they are beatable. You're right, Pharaoh. But the fact that no team in Infinite history had come through losers bracket to win a major event, let alone Worlds, and FaZe is the only team to do that, means that they're less beatable, in my opinion, than others.
I mean, they won the event. Everyone else lost twice. They only lost once.
Yes. What's up, Watsy? Welcome back. But Pharaoh, I understand where you're coming from. Like, yes, a team can beat them. Obviously, they got dropped to losers bracket, but they stuck together. They're current world champions. They're the reigning world champs. They stuck together. Will, you phrased it perfectly, where we're going to a single shot meta, and they were the literal kings of single shot weapons in Halo 5. Like, I know that they're different weapons. I know it's different game. It's a completely different game. Guys, it's a different game if you didn't already know. But man, Oh, man. Power, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show.
Okay. Gnarly's going on about how Bound and Legend fly across the map. That can get you fucked if you're flying across the map and not properly having angles with your team. I mean, FaZe can sit back and pick that off, and then they have numbers. Like you can reverse that on anyone. So,
and like we mentioned earlier, just because we're predicting that FaZe wins, we're probably wrong anyway. Our predictions are always wrong.
I mean, yeah,
but regardless, we said at the top, any given Sunday, these top 3 teams can kind of be interchangeable. They're that good. And we're not shitting on any specific team, right? These teams are that good. It's just right now, because they stuck together, because they're current world champions, like it feels like the safe pick to pick FaZe to win the event, but I truly feel that. Optic might fall with their poor seeding. Rascal, like their poor seeding only matters in pool play. And they're in a pool with Complexity, who I think they beat. So I don't put much stock into them coming in with the 5th seed, I think it was. It is what it is.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we move on. This is predictions, guys. We are not the end all be all. We are not saying FaZe. We say FaZe wins this event, so they win this event. Weekend over, we move on. We have a whole fucking weekend to go.
We do.
Shit can happen. It's just, I mean, just predictions.
Also, somebody put. I gotta give a shout out here. Who the fuck put it? Ikuza said FaZe 1, SSG 2, Sentinels 3, Optic 4, 5 Complexity. Ikuza, I'm giving you a shout out here for that Sentinels 3 pick. I respect it.
Sure. Yeah.
I respect it. It ain't mine, but I respect it. Love that.
Oh shit, Riz found out.
Riz, don't leak, dude. Stop it.
Damn it, Riz. What
the fuck? Pharaoh says, I can see Sentinels, Complexity, or Shopify getting top 3 or 4. I'd have more stock in Sentinels breaking into top 3 than either Complexity or Shopify. I just don't think that, I don't have much to base this off of, but I just don't think they're there yet. HCS leak talk? God damn it. Fuck everything. God damn. All right. So, those are our predictions. Sure enough, they had made top 2 before. But I'm not going to get into that right now. Will, you know exactly what. We're not getting into that right now. All right. Jesus. That's it for our predictions, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't forget to join us for the after party Friday night. I'm sorry. I'm so excited.
No, I'm excited too. And actually, as a matter of fact, I think we can now confirm, based off of the emoji that Uriel replied with to the proposal, I think we can all but confirm that we will be attempting to have an event exclusive t-shirt for Arlington that is based off of the social media poster that we're going to post tomorrow for the after party stuff we're going to do for the major. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be exciting. Flax said, where's the after party at? Right here, baby. Twitch.tv/HCS Pro Talk. Every night of the major after the official broadcast is ended, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, we'll be live here. Breakdown series, clips, whatever it may be. Just shoot the shit about the event. It's going to be a good time. We hope to see you there. Gnarly with the 5 gifted. You get a woo, 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 woo. Thank you for the gifted subs. Greatly fucking appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Pharaoh says, everybody be sure to order a pizza for your hotel neighbor at 3 a.m. Get the fuck out of here. We're not letting that continue. We're not even going to be there. Like, that's the thing. Go ahead. Order pizzas for all your fucking neighbors and shit. Have fun. Have fun pissing other people off. We won't even be there. Goddamn. All right. Woo-wee. That's it for our top. Actually, no, hold on. Real quick, just one last time. Our top four, we have, from fourth place, we both have Sentinels. In third, we have Optic. In second, we have Space Station. And in first place, we have FaZe. And then I guess we'll just go in fifth, sixth, we both have Shopify and Complexity. And in seventh and eighth, we both have Foe and Native Gaming. So there you go. If you want to check out the rest of the predictions, show notes, go check them out. They're all there. It's time for some regular news. Honestly, don't remember if I hit the news out button for competitive news. I probably didn't.
That's all good.
It is all good.
It is what it is.
What's lacking on the Sentinels roster? Ooh. That is a great question. You want me to be an asshole right now? I'll be the asshole. And I say this loving, respecting, and appreciating all four members of that team. But I will be the asshole here. What's lacking on the Sentinels roster? Winning. Talent is not an issue. I personally don't think talent is an issue. I think if they're all clicking, and they're all working together properly, they can win. Okay, nothing. I'm never going to argue about that. But they haven't won. There's a reason why I keep them in the top four range, because they've hit top four consistently. I like consistency. They haven't won. Space Station, Optic, and FaZe have all consistently not only placed where they're placing, but they've consistently won. Space Station, they won SLC, and they haven't really won a lot besides, was it Raleigh? In Cloud9 at the time?
Yeah.
But, like, do you see what I'm getting at? And again, this is no detriment to any of the players. And I know they want to win. They want to win more than anything. And they want to prove my statement right there. Like, they want to shut me the fuck up. I'm guaranteed. And I want them to. There's nothing I'd want more for them than for them to win the fucking event. Are you kidding me? The story that would come out of that is insane. If they bust the fucking doors down in Arlington and win the whole event, shit. There we go. Let's go year 3, baby.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, Pharaoh, we did. But again, they haven't won. And there's a reason why we say all the time. It's what I said about Optic last year. Okay? Optic last year, I had, when they won Worlds, I had them in a tier all their own. They are where FaZe is for me right now. So I'll use it in terms of this year. FaZe are in a tier all their own. Okay? They're consistently winning. They won Worlds. They stuck together. They're in a tier all their own. Optic and SSG are in the next tier. Okay? That tier might be just slightly lower than FaZe's, but it's still a separate tier all their own. Okay? That's Space Station and Optic. They've won consistently. They're always in grand finals. They're there. Then we have our next tier. And our next tier are the teams that are fighting for fourth. Either fighting for fourth or consistently getting fourth. Now we have new rosters. We have a new year. We have a new meta. I'm still putting Sentinels there. But the teams that are right on the come up, I put Complexity. I put Shopify. Okay? There are tiers to this. You can tell by watching. Are these players phenomenal? Duh. Absolutely. They're way better than I'll fucking ever be. They're the best in the world. But if I'm analyzing this and I'm watching the games take place, there are still gaps. However small they may be. However small those gaps are, there are still gaps. There are still those tiers. So to me, they're lacking winning. Regular news. For real this time. I won't hit the button again. Halo Displate Collection expands is by Displate. Go check out those if you're interested. They're more so focused on like the propaganda posters, like from the Halo show. So go check them out. Community Corner, Katarn 343 by 343. Go check that little article out over there. We have Silver Debrief for the episode Onyx by 343. Go check out that article if you're interested in the Halo TV show. And if you're not, then that's fine too. And then we have the Halo Infinite playlist update by Halo Support. Rujaya, I probably butchered that, has been added to the Husky Raid playlist. And then the Pit has been added to the Ranked Slayer playlist. So there you go. That's it for the regular news. I'm going to open up my tab so I don't look at that incorrectly. Is it Hitio? I'm sorry if I mispronounce. Bear with me here. And then Shorty, thank you both for the follows. Welcome to the live show. Thank you. Pharaoh says it'd be great to see Straight get the business roster over the other guys. I mean, the other guys, they're in a whole other world of hurt themselves. Like, but that's besides the point. I want to see Straight pick up Foe. That's what I want. I want Straight to pick up Foe.
I do think the Foe Quadrant rivalry in EU is going to be awesome to watch all year.
Yeah, for sure. And that's another thing, Will. We had Foe in top 8, right?
Yeah.
That'd be huge for them. Like, that would genuinely be fucking huge for them. And, like, oh my God, maybe it seems kind of crazy on the outset, like putting them in that 8th seed or that 7th, 8th seed. But I love what I've been seeing from them. It seems they have they look like a team that have a renewed confidence. Like, they had that confidence after Worlds based off how they placed there. But it just seems like it's tenfold. Gnarly, that was People's Champ. People's Champ is Gunplection's team. Foe is the number 1 seeded EU team right now. It's all good, CG. Welcome back, man. It's all good. Don't worry about it. So, I already hit the button if I'm not mistaken. That means it's time for Gyro Games Watch. We don't have anything. So it's time for Will's Adventures of the Nailovers. Another games too. Will, what'd you play over the last week?
Well, I'm going to go from the bottom up here. Played some F1 23. For those who don't know, the F1 season kicked off a couple weeks ago. I watched the Drive to Survive series on Netflix of the last season, and I'm like, F1 23 is now on Game Pass. Let's race. So started a career, joined the Haas team because, for those who don't know, in 23, at the end of the season, Gunther Steiner got let go, did not get his contract renewed with Haas. So now I'm racing for Gunther to try to save his job, get some points for Haas. And it's going all right. Played a lot of Helldivers too. Been grinding that out, spreading some democracy. It's a great game for those who haven't checked it out. I highly recommend it. Didn't think I was going to like it at first. And then Snag was like, here, play this. We all played together, and I got some games in with Snag, Zarners, Riz, and Josh. I think Josh and I just played last night, which was awesome.
We did.
And then Halo Infinite. Played a little with, again, Riz, Zarn, and Snag. That is going to be the HRL team moving into Season 11. I'm nervous. We are up divisions from where I've played before. But I got wrecked in those other divisions. So
you're gonna be
I'm going to be sitting in the corner shaking in my boots. No, I'm going to try to do my best and see what happens. Did 8s on Monday night. Put a little clip in the Discord.
Oh, I saw it.
So when I got the last kill, of the overkill exterm, I just screamed, "Let's go!" Super loud. And then I popped the overshield, and I just did this like war cry, just in my chair. And Zarn may have clipped it. I'm hoping he did and has it because I think it was hilarious.
That would be remarkable.
But I was just so fired up after that because, like, I'm gonna be honest, playing Infinite the last few days, like, it's not been doing it for me. I've been on consistently high ping, crazy games of like people leaving, not doing well, and that moment like turned around Halo for me again. Like, I got excited. So yeah, I hope Zarn clipped that yell because that was a lot of energy that came out of me in that moment. But that's all I played for the week. Just those 3 games.
Very nice.
What about you, sir?
Played some Halo Infinite. Played some Helldivers 2 with you. Played some Destiny 2. Helped Justin through that exotic mission for the seasonal story. And then played some more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I'm enjoying my time with it quite a lot.
It's awesome.
Way more than Remake because that game's shit. Moving on. It's time for some shoutouts. Congratulations to King J and Lex on their engagement announcement. Congratulations to you two. It's fucking adorable. Happy belated birthday to Sin and Lucid. Happy birthday to you folks. Or belated, I should say. Shout out to everyone who joined in the 8s. That's Carnage. Oh, hold on.
Oh, you're gonna...
Danny Phantom. Zarners, Snag, Rasta, Tyler Hits Buttons, and One-Eyed Chief. Excuse me. Shout out to everyone who joined the community playdate. That's Fox Too Quick, Game Crazy, John Holt, High Tech Redneck, Marmar, Rasta Monkey Jr., Riznag, Vi Stetson, and Tools. Thank you all very much for joining the 8s and the play dates. And then shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. Give me a second. I got to scroll. Holy shit. Okay.
Ooh.
Fuck me. So we have Chronic Spartan, Cyber. My brain almost killed itself. That was crazy. Mike, Typical, Faffy, Big Birds, Alamarsh, One-Eyed Chief, The Bear, Omnipotent Rival, Drew Banga, Volcar or Vulture, Big Roo, Flax, Hammer McPoopin, again, Juicy, Ryuki, Lofty, Darth Chibius, Red Bar Superstar, Rascals, Horcrux, Bovler, Trini, Psychic, Claustrophobic, Power, Hitlow, I think that's an L, and Shorty. Thank you all very much for the follows. Greatly fucking appreciated. Hope you're enjoying your time here. And then we have Rasta with the 6-month resub, John with the 10-month resub, Zig with the Primer 19-month resub, Captain Mo with the 11-month resub, Zarn with the 30-month resub, Mexican Manther with the 6-month resub, Trunks with the brand new sub, love you Jeff, Aftershocker with the brand new sub, Tara with the 4-month sub, Holt with the gifted sub, Chica with the 21-month sub, and Holt with the 8-month sub, and Flax with the brand new sub, and Gnarly with the 5 gifted subs. You all get a fucking woo! Crazy support. You're all insane. Jesus fucking Christ. And for the folks that gave the bits, thank you for the bits as well. You're all amazing. Thank you so much for the support. And yes, we really do hope that you guys show up for the after party. Again, it's just going to pimp this out the entire fucking show. Every night after the major, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, once the official broadcast ends, we'll be live over here on this channel. We will have Twitch drops as well. And we're going to break down that day's matches and shit. And it's going to be a fun time. We hope you join. It's going to be great. It's going to be fucking great. We're going to be tired. There might be drinking involved just because it's late. Who fuck cares? You know what I mean?
It's an after party, right?
It's an after party. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fucking fun. Drew Banga, hell yeah! Magnus, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. And Majin Blue, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show as well. I'm going to walk through the door with a 30 rack on either shoulder. Yes, Gnarly, do it. Will there be cake? Only if you bring it, John. You didn't give me a woo. Show enough. Did I not give you a woo? No shot. Where you at? I don't see you in the list, show enough. Ah, fuck it.
Halt.
Woo!
No. Halt. No, I would be dead.
There it is. Oh, foreshadowing? Oh, shit. Well, I just gave you a foreshadowed woo. You're welcome. Also, let me say this as well. Flax, if you're still here, Flax, I did not forget what you asked earlier. If you're still here in the chat, no, Will and I are not going to be at Arlington in person. But hey, if you're ever at an event for the rest of the year, we'll hit you up for that drink. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Also, Will, I don't know how accurate this is, but we're, not that it matters, but I'm just going to throw this out there. We're 8 follows away from 2,000. That's pretty cool.
Oh, damn.
That's pretty neat. Also, you know what? I know we don't toot our own horn around here because it doesn't necessarily matter, in my opinion. Well, before we toot our own horn, Expression Through Cloth, thank you for the follow. That's a name. And then showed up with the 5 fucking gifted. You got
jeez.
You got the foreshadowed woo. Now you get an additional woo, 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 woo. 5 woos. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted,
so
man.
much.
God damn. But so again, we don't toot our own horn around here. It's not what we like to do. But what I will say is that a kind of a cool statistic that popped up, Will, when I was uploading a previous audio version of the show. We're sitting at over 100,000 listens for audio.
Wow.
For audio only.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're sitting at over 100,000 downloads for the audio show on your favorite podcast service. So I saw that and I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool, actually. That's really neat. So big shout out to you guys. Seriously, shout out to everybody that takes the time. If you're here live, if you're listening on your favorite podcast service, if you're checking out the YouTube version, I know I thank you guys all the time, but seriously, like seeing a milestone like that, like we don't go for milestones or anything, but like seeing that pop up, I'm like, holy shit, man. Like that's awesome. And that's audio. That's just the audio show. So that's all thanks to you guys. Literally all thanks to you guys. Thank you so much. BSM says this channel is dope. The community needs this. We need you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for checking out the show. Thank you so much. And thanks, guys. It really does mean a lot. Like, fuck. It's so cool. Oh, man. Pocket Cast backups suck, but it's still the best service. It is the best service. Not an ad, but I paid for it and I love it. I love it. It's the one podcast service. It's the one podcast application that has everything that I could possibly want. And it doesn't have it has things that others don't. So like, I just like, you know, BSM exclamation point show notes in the chat. Our predictions are in there. I'm sorry. You missed the topic. Our topic was the predictions. I apologize. But no, we fucking look through there, man. They're all there. I promise. You may not agree with them and that's okay. But there are predictions. They're ours. You know, what are you going to do?
It is what it is.
Gnarly's mad because we don't have Space Station winning the event. Oh my God. Sorry, Gnarly. And yes, Prep and Swag, they're in the community creations, which I'm about to get to in a fucking second. So hold your goddamn horses. Shout out to everyone who's a patron at the semi-pro and higher tiers over on our Patreon. That includes Barnaby Jones, Remedy Boots, Head Honcho, Watsy, Dakota, Christian, D Pancakes, Ashley, Voodoo Man, Rasta Monkey Jr., Ricky, Snagu, Raider Hater, Peanut Butt, One Swole Daddy, Daddy Phantom. Where's the list? Riz, Zarn, Obby Damn, Mr. Smiley, High Tech Redneck, Goalie Sniper, The Only Neeb, Heavy Rainfall, and Elated Artboard. Thank you all so very much for the extra support over on the Patreon. And Will's going to shout out the Patreon in just a second. But I highly recommend, you will. And I highly recommend that if you want your money to go a little further, like Will's going to shout out later, I'm going to double it up here. If you want your money to go a little further than a Twitch sub or anything like that, and you want to support us, go check out Patreon. You get more Like, don't get us wrong. Love the Twitch subs. You guys are fucking amazing. Speaking of which, Gnarly with the gifted sub. Thank you so much for the gifted. You get a woo! But seriously, if you want your money to go a little further, go check out Patreon. We got exclusive stuff over there depending upon the tier that you do. Will's going to shout it out again, so stay tuned.
I do have another community creation I want to shout out.
Okay. Do you want to do
this on? Huh?
Do you want to do yours first?
What do you mean mine?
You have another one to shout out. Is it already in there?
Community create? No. Okay. Are you done with the community creations?
I haven't even gotten to the community creations. But it's time for the community creation.
Oh, I thought you just did.
No, bad. I did the fucking shout. What are you talking about? I
was looking something up because I needed information, and then I thought you finished the community creations because you talked. Anyway, let's go.
All right. So, Will, do you have the information?
Yeah.
Will, your first. Go ahead.
No, you go and then I'll go.
No.
I feel fucking weird.
No.
You just go. Do you go?
No.
I'm not going first.
Yes, you are, you little bitch. This
was meant to be at the end, okay?
Oh, okay. Imagine if we were in the same fucking room together. Oh, man. This chair right here.
Oh.
It'd be a bloody fucking pulp. I'll tell you that much right now. I'd fucking pound your dick in, Will.
Hulk's calling me out in the jerseys. I will get things finalized after the major.
All right. Oh, man. Aftershocker. I haven't seen that emote being used in a long time. Hell yeah. There's the Josh Rant emote, ladies and gentlemen.
Josh Rant emote, yep.
Use it. It's there.
Oh, man.
All right. Community creations. I'll take it away. Sorry, Will. So...
My bad.
No, it's not your bad. So, the most intense game of HCS this year, Optic versus SSG Analysis by Eli the Ninja. For those who don't remember, I shouted out the eventuality of what would be this YouTube video in a previous episode of the show. Now, the video's out. So now, it's in the show notes. Fuck yeah! My brain works sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes it works. Then we have what was previously mentioned in the chat, The Narrative, HCS Arlington pre-show with Onset and Bravo. Go check that video out. They got some interviews with some players. It's a great time. Love their setup they got going on. Go give them a follow on all their socials and shit, and go watch their stuff. And I'm excited to see what they're gonna do at the event. Because they said they're going to, like, obviously they have to do their casting and whatnot, but they said they're going to be doing content at the event as well. I'm excited to see what that is. So, fuck yeah. Good shit, guys. Prodigal, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. And Snag with the bit. All right. Then we have the EWL, the Esports Wrestling League. The HCS Arlington preview. If you want to see one of the greatest mashups ever, not just in terms of Halo, just one of the greatest mashups ever. Imagine, if you will, you take HCS superstars. See what I did there? Because, WWE superstars. What if you took HCS superstars and made them into WWE superstars and had them wrestle in WWE 2K? Because guess what? That's exactly what Gaskin and Scherzi did. That's exactly what they did. Go check that video out. Have yourself a good old laugh. And enjoy the madness. Dingle Dudester. Oh, man.
Whoa, what a name.
If we can have... Will, we should make a new... I think that's what we need to do for this year. Instead of having gamer tag of the year, I think we need to have Twitch username of the year.
Oh, no.
I think we do. Dingle Dudester's a good one. That's a top tier. That is a top tier Twitch name. Dingle Dudester. Flax asks, do you guys mind posting the event schedule again? I do not mind in the motherfucking slightest posting that again, Flax. As a matter of fact, there you go. All for you, baby boo. All right. So yeah, go check that video out by the now created Esports Wrestling League because it's a treat. Next up, we have Podcasted episode 6 featuring Barcode. This is by Outcasted. His podcast series continues. Go check that video out. We have Royal 2 Greatest Hits Best Clips from Halo Infinite Land by HCS. Go check that video out. Massively improve input lag. Get NVIDIA Reflex in any game. Fix heavy aim. Never lose aim assist by GameSager. Okay. He put out a great video. Do not get me wrong. This is nothing against GameSager. But I just want people to understand that that title might be a little misleading. You need to have the proper equipment in order to utilize all of the functionality that GameSager talks about in his video. Okay? Like one of the pieces of technology he talks about is variable refresh rate, directly considering the Xbox Series X console. You can't use VRR if you don't have a compatible display. Okay? So you watch his video. A lot of great information is within that video. But please keep in mind that you need to have the proper equipment to utilize the technologies that he's talking about. Okay? I don't want you to go watch that video and be like, oh my God, I'm going to fix my game. And then you realize that, oh shit, my monitor doesn't support XYZ. You know what I mean? So just go in with that expectation that make sure you have the proper equipment necessary to utilize the technology that he talks about in that video. But all that considered, the information within that video is valuable. And if you do have the proper equipment to utilize the technologies, it can drastically improve your game. So go check that video out. And then finally, we have Wonder Boy. How does a top esports coach deal with pressure? This is by Guild Esports. So go check that video out as well. It's a little piece about Wonder Boy. And we love Wonder Boy. That's it for the community creations, which means, Will, that's all I got for the show. If you would
Except for the one that I was going to do that we argued about.
Oh, what are you talking about? Maybe if you started the community creations segment, you could have had it there. You fuck. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Okay. What do you got?
All right. I don't think you would ever shout this out, Josh, but I got to shout it out. Episode 4 of A Journey Through the Fantastical is out now on podcast services.
Fuck off.
Hey.
No, okay. Do you mind if I just talk about it then, since you brought it up?
Yeah, there's the link to the site. Go check it out.
Okay.
Love you, dude.
I love you too. You didn't have, and none of this is rehearsed. Like, he just literally did this off the cuff. I didn't know he was going to mention this. So for those who don't know, or for those who care or want to know, A Journey Through the Fantastical is my personal show. It's a thing that I'm doing as a passion project because, believe it or not, I used to stream back in the day as just a hobby, and I like doing it, but I got burnt out by it, and I'm using this as a creative outlet for getting my thoughts out there about games, music, TV, books, so on and so forth, everything that I enjoy. So if you're interested on listening to that, it's on podcast services. It's audio only. Again, no ads or anything like that unless Spotify puts them in, which I don't tell them to. Go listen to it if you want to, or don't. That's fine too. Will, you did that off the cuff. I was not fucking expecting that at all. Hey. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh,
you gotta shout out the passion project, man.
The passion.
It's hell yeah.
No, I really do appreciate it, and I do.
Of course,
I do really love it. And again, it's my way of putting my thoughts out there that are just generalized about the things that I love. So, the latest episode is about Final Fantasy. Especially with Rebirth out now. I just want to put all my thoughts about the franchise. Go listen to it if you want. Halted is on Pocket Cast, as a matter of fact. That was one of my stipulations, is that it got distributed to the platform that I use. So yeah. Thank you, Will. You did not have to do that. I appreciate it regardless. Fuck. With that, Will, please plug the fucking show.
All right. As Josh mentioned before, we have our Patreon. We are doing extra audio shows, video shows, and some other things like a Q&A once a month. And just go check it out. Tiers are all listed on the site, patreon.com/HCS Pro Talk. We are on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. We're on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, and others like Josh's favorite.
Pocket Cast, not an ad.
Sadly. Join the Discord, join the community discussion. Link is provided in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. People put it in chat already. Go check that out. We are also on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Go check it all out. Search for HCS Pro Talk. We got shorts on our YouTube. We got old interviews with Lucid, previously known as Saiyan. We interviewed who else? Clutch, Onset, freaking Mickwin. I'm forgetting people and I feel bad. Tashi, for God's sake.
Shurzy, Tony,
yeah.
Martin, Voodoo Man.
All great people, great interviews. Please go check them out.
Holt, I can DM you if you want. Volcar, yes, it is going to be on Spotify. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, just to give people an insight as to when we publish things. So we will finish recording the episode, obviously. And then the audio version will go live tonight. Like whether that's at 10 PM, 11 PM, whatever, when it starts hitting services, it'll go out tonight. And then the video, the VOD over on YouTube will be published tomorrow at 8 AM. Okay. We publish on socials at noon, but it will be on YouTube at 8 AM Central. 8 AM Central. David Sandman.
Hello, sir.
What a fucking guy, dude. What a fucking guy. Love you. David, I swear to fucking God, I know you're not doing the photography, but I swear to God, if you are not at other events this year, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. I need to see you. Okay? I love you. I miss you. I want your hugs. You're amazing. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Don't let anybody tell you differently. And yes, change shop for life, baby. Go ahead, Will. I'm sorry.
Last plug. Go check out Podcast Evolved. They have great shows such as Podcast Evolved, Mission Debrief, Halo TV Plus Book Club, Build with Blocks, Halo Headlines, and Halo Gear Guide. Go to haloevolved.co.
Your home for Halo. Sorry, I missed that earlier.
Oh, I didn't say it.
Perfect.
I did it backwards. Set it up different. Changing it up.
You set it up perfectly for me being an idiot. So I thank you. You fixed it. You fixed it all. It was great. What's up, Shio? Welcome back. Also, T-Dogs, welcome back as well. Is that that's what we got? That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Will,
do you want to ask me
what? What am I doing? What's on the next episode, Josh?
We got there, ladies and gentlemen. We have our fucking Arlington 2024 post show. So yes,
I think my brain just turned off. You're done talking. You're done.
No, you're fine. My brain's been all over the goddamn place as it is. Don't worry about it. Okay, so again, Will, what were we about to say? What were you about to say?
I mean, next episode of the show will be the post show. However, Friday, be there
or be square, and don't be a fucking square.
You know why you're gonna be a square? Because you won't be around. Oh, I'll show myself out.
Yeah, guys, tell Will to leave. Okay, so again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still with us live, the after party. Okay, a brand new thing that we're going to be trying to do here with Arlington as the first major of the year. After the official broadcast is ended on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, each night we will be live right here with Twitch drops. We'll be live right here with Twitch drops. And we're going to break down that day's games and series and all that fun stuff. We'll talk about the event. Also, this is another cool opportunity as well, Will, is that for those attending, in person, if they're able to tune into the after party during that night, you guys can add your thoughts about how the event is going in the chat. We can talk about it right then and there. We don't have to wait for the post show for that conversation to happen.
If they run out of sandwiches on Saturday, we know they ran out of sandwiches on Saturday.
Absolutely.
I hope that really doesn't happen this year.
Absent says, wow, now I'm also going to miss the new thing. Great. I'm being punished twice. Absent, what do you mean you're going to be punished twice? What's to say we don't record it like we do with the normal show? What's to say we don't publish it to YouTube like we do with the normal show? What do you mean? Absent, we're here for you, man. It's not all over. It's never over, Absent. We will see each other at an event. We will hug. Just like Sandman will be at Worlds this year, we will hug. It's all going to be great. It's all going to work out. It's okay. Everything is okay. Holy shit. God damn. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I don't know much to add. I don't know much to add. I was just trying to think. Show toes for compensation. I'm not fuck off, dude. That's the thing about HCS Toe Talk is that we don't show our toes. We get pros to send us their toes, and then we put those up on the OnlyFans. Like did you not get the concept, Absent? Like that's HCS Toe Talk. Or HCS Pro Toes. That's what we do, is that we get pros toes. You're not getting my toes. Never getting my toes. But you may get pros toes. Just kidding. You're not getting that shit either. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us. That's it for episode 330 of HCS Pro Talk. If you're tuning in live to the live show, thank you so much for doing so. Thank you all very much today for the new follows, the subs, the resubs, the bits, everything. You guys are fucking incredible. Holy shit. I know I said it before and I'll say it again. Thank you for the over 100,000 audio-only listens that we've had over the course of this. It's a crazy thing to even think about. Wow. And yeah, for those listening to the audio version, thank you. Like, goddamn, you're part of that number. Like, fucking A. To those watching the VOD on YouTube, thank you so much as well. Thank you very much for doing so. And again, one last time, the after party. Every night after the official broadcast ends over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, be here. We'll have drops. It's going to be a fun time. Maybe we'll drink a little bit. It'll be fun. And stay tuned for the social blast tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. Watch out for the poster made by Uriel. Uriel was the collaborator for the Complexity and HCS merch that took place previously. He did an incredible job. Can't wait for you all to see it. And yeah, that'll do it for us. I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to go rate up Ogre 2, as a matter of fact. Someone we haven't shown a lot of love to, so I think that's what we're going to go do. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're sticking with us live here, we're going to rate up Ogre 2. Thank you all so very much. Enjoy Arlington this weekend. If you're there in person, let us know your thoughts. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the Halo that's being played. Make some new friends. Say hi to folks. Embrace the moment. The new HCS season is officially starting this weekend on LAN. Cannot fucking wait. And if you're watching at home, that's fine too. Enjoy the weekend. Join us for the after party. It's going to be great. We'll see you next week. But until then, I need to get the buttons again. All right. Splinter Chief, thank you for the follow. I didn't forget you. I saw you. All right. That's going to do it for us. Episode 330. We're out of here. We're going to go rate up Ogre 2. Until Friday. Bye-bye.